gamers? It's the sixth episode of Gigi Habibi. I'm gonna try and do as many different intros as possible until I finally run out. I am Mint. I'm joined by Al. Al, say hello.
I'm six.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Six bats.
we're one episode away from the worst joke imaginable. We'll see if we can help ourselves.
Oh, so,
We'll,
so I have to do it again
Yeah,
afterward. I
yeah,
have
yeah,
to.
yeah, 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 yeah. You have to do it
I
exactly like
see.
that, and then if you
I
can
don't
line it
know.
up
I
on the
don't know.
timestamp, we'll
Has he
see.
done it yet? Has the count done the 6-7 joke yet
Oh, I
on
don't
Sesame
know.
Street?
I don't know. I don't know. That I mean, they had to, right? Because like Sesame Street is like pretty. It's pretty savvy. I remember when that debate with Obama and Mitt Romney, when Mitt Romney was like, "We got to defund Sesame Street," and they just like Elmo tweeted the next day, and I was like, "Hey, did something happen last night?" It was pretty funny. I do remember that. That sticks out, and that was a while ago now. So I'll have to go check.
They're choosing Elmo to be the analog of like Sass, other than Miss Piggy, is like perfect.
Yeah,
They're like, I wonder what's going on over here. It's always Elmo going, I'm gonna make a vague comment like a child,
exactly.
and
Well, because nothing is more biting than a child, right? Like especially when they do it on accident. So it is a he's a very good foil in that sense.
I think. Well, actually, have we gotten? Because they're like, we want to defund PBS. Have we gotten any more a new season of Sesame Street via? Who is it that got it? Who got
HBO,
this thing?
HBO
It's
got it.
HBO,
I
right?
but
Okay.
there's definitely been new ones because I think Mondani was on it. Somebody no
Yes, right? No, no,
there was I probably but there's an Egyptian guy who
they got
like
13 episodes, right, or something like
I
that.
think so. I think so because I remember there was an Egyptian actor that is well known in our circles, and he came on to talk about the word of the day with Elmo, which was Habibi. Uh,
Did he have a comedy? Did he have stand up special?
yeah, yeah, it was that guy. I forget his name.
Yeah, 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 yeah. He's funny. He's funny. He's
Yes,
funny.
yeah, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. So
Yeah.
new Sesame Street for now. Um,
Third, can you say defund institutions? Can you spell that on Sesame Street?
the word of the day today is Epstein. Uh,
Oh, say Rolling Stone magazine with me.
that's an even deeper cut. That's pretty funny.
Hey, hey, if you want to look up what's happening in Epstein world, that's for you. That's for all of you.
For
Go
every
look it up.
for everyone else, we have games to speak of. Y-
Allegedly.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You trying to go first, or should I get mine out of the way?
You go for. I mean, if it didn't have to be game, you could. I know you did some other things besides that. I don't know if you want to talk about those things that are not games, but go
Oh,
for it.
what else did I do? You know more than me.
I know more than you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm trying to think. What else did I do? I went to the movies. If you're talking about Mortal Kombat
yeah, you
2, I
went
can
to the
talk about
movies,
that.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay, I'll hit all three. So first, I did go see Mortal Kombat 2. I saw it in IMAX. First IMAX film I've seen. Well, I guess barring Street Racer. Um,
Really?
yeah, it's not no, not ever. First one I've seen
Okay,
in like a very long time. I can't remember the last
okay.
time I went to an IMAX viewing. Good movie to do an IMAX viewing in. Significantly better than the first movie. Not that that's a high bar to clear, but
I can't
um,
even remember it. I
yeah,
gotta be
you know
honest.
how bad it is? It's so forgettable that about maybe 45, 50 minutes into the movie, I realized that one of the characters was the protagonist of the first film.
Oh,
And I just forgot. I was like, "Oh my god, that's the guy. That's Cole from Mortal Kombat the first." Um yeah, so yeah, it was very forgettable. Um they do him better in this film, and it is definitely a better film overall. It is exactly what you would want, which is dumb and silly and entertaining. Um, the special effects were actually quite good.
okay.
Not the usual like CGI slop that you would expect. It's actually used in interesting ways and not just like, you know, people shooting beams at each other. Although beams are shot, but only in one
Beams, I'm
instance.
sure.
Yeah, it's mostly just martial prowess on display. Um, Kano was very funny. I love Carl Urban. I've loved him since Dread, which please make another one of those. Please, like
I'm sure Carl Urban would come back for Dread.
he has
Like
mentioned it
he
constantly.
definitely.
He's always like, bring me back in, bro." But he was good in this. He serves as he's a much better foil than Cole, as like the guy
Mm.
that is the fish out of water because he can be that narrative point of view without being a character that is like an OC that nobody cares about because people know who Johnny Cage
Mm.
is. So it was effective in that sense. It the much more as far as like actual Mortal Kombat characters actually focused on the tournament, which was nice.
Anything deep in there? Like they like anything like what the hell? Why would you even reference this kind of thing?
Yeah, there's a couple. There's one where one of the funny ones is when I guess minor spoilers, but um when Johnny Cage he gets his ass beat and he's on his last legs and he does like beat for beat the wobble that happens when when they're like waiting to do the fatality, and they have like their
Oh,
arms up and they're like rocking back and forth. That was a pretty deep cut. um, the cooler thing, and you just reminded me, there are very cool shots that replicate fighting games. One of the best ones is when two characters are in like an acid sewer level that I think is directly from Mortal
oh,
Kombat. But they do this like, the whole they're on two sides pan out, and as it pans out, the pillars at the top of the screen um, look like it's like shot in such a
oh,
way to
do
make
they
it look like health bars. It's very
L
cool.
bars?
It's
Oh,
very
okay,
cool. It
okay,
is extremely well done. It's extremely well done. And they do the same
okay.
thing. There's another one where they mimic um, the pan out of like the screen into like um, an actual fight in the more recent Mortal Kombat that is used
Oh,
pretty
like
effectively.
it's like when a cutscene, like you know how in
Yeah, when a
MK
cutscene
like
ends.
10 onward or something,
Yeah,
when
yeah,
a cutscene happens and then they pan out for
yeah,
the fight to happen,
yeah,
like kind
yeah,
of thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's exactly like that. So, a lot of stuff like that. Some musical stings. Some people are saying, finish him and shit. Yeah, it was really good. Pretty much my only issue is that they kind of set up Katana as like the durotagonist,
Oh,
and she doesn't do much. And
okay.
I mean, she gets her big moment, but my assumption, if you're looking behind the curtain, is that she's just the actress who's playing her, who looks like beat for beat like Olivia Munn.
Oh,
Or no, not Olivia Munn. Who's that girl that got famous for licking a controller? You remember her?
what?
You know the one. She's
What?
the girl who's like licking a PS3 controller. She was on
Licking a
she
pe-
yeah, she was
No,
on Spike
no, bro.
TV.
I don't know what this
Come on.
is.
They
Or do
literally
I?
yeah, you definitely do. Uh I don't remember. Anyways, no, I gotta look it up because otherwise I'm gonna sound like a freak. I gotta find it because otherwise people are gonna be like, "What kind of pictures are you?" Oh, no, it was Olivia Munn. Olivia Munn was the one who
Okay, it
I
was
was right. I
Olivia.
was right.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it's literally in her Wikipedia page about how that's like the thing that made her go viral.
I forgot that even was the thing.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
forgot that was even the thing at this point.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I mean, I'm so far removed from Joe McHale's version of video games. Uh, you know,
yeah.
it's hard to remember.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, but no, she looks exactly like her. But uh, the main thing that I was gonna say is, I'm assuming she isn't able to do much in the way of like martial arts. So they were like, we can, but they booked her and they were probably like, okay, can we get like two big fights out of you to train for. And I assume that's what
Adeline
they did.
Rudolph here, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that part kind of sucked because I would have liked to see Katana do more. What she does is cool. Um,
I think this is a sentiment I believed echoed and like the last time I remember from like MK11 or something
mhm.
like I want to see Katana do more is something that
Oh,
has
that's a
been
running
echoed
theme. Oh, that's funny.
before.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
have.
pretty sure.
I'm not super deep into the lore, so I do believe you in that instance. But not everybody can be Rina Sawayama in John Wick 4, going absolutely crazy uh, with her role. But yeah, no, it was enjoyable. One
Oh
of
my
those.
God, Rena is not gonna do. She's not gonna do music. She's not gonna do another John Wick. What are you gonna do,
He said,
girl?
he said,
Do
he said, "What are you
poke
even
the.
good for?"
How long has it been since fucking Hold the Girl? I don't even know
Bro
anymore.
said, "You can't drop an album. You're not coming back." It's true. It's true. Please do something, Rena.
Please, God, please, Jesus. But I do. So the MK movie interests me greatly, and I probably will watch it as well
Mhm.
because the Street Fighter movie is coming out,
Yes, it'll
and
be
they
fun to
are
compare.
yes, they are in direct line of fire
Mhm.
with each other here,
Mhm. Mhm.
and I don't believe Street Fighter gets it.
I would
Um,
be shocked if it's better than Mortal Kombat 2 was. I think part of it is that Mortal Kombat 2 learned from its mistakes. I don't think Street Fighter has any mistakes to learn from other than the old movies, but something tells me they're actually going to adhere closer to those than we would like. So
Maybe.
we'll see.
Hmm. I mean, Eric Andre. Who knows what? Maybe they let Eric Andre go crazy. I don't know. Maybe
Well,
they let him do whatever the hell he wanted.
at the end of it, regardless, even if they're the exact same quality, um, you know, Mortal Kombat 2 still wins out because it doesn't have Andrew Schultz in it, and Street Fighter does. So,
Yeah,
so
it sure
yeah,
does.
so.
It sure
Uh,
does.
but we'll see. We'll see. I like Andrew Koji. He's cool. Uh,
Remember when they went up? Oh, was it Game Awards or was it like a
it was the
game
Game Awards.
opening night live?
It was
It
Game
was Game
Awards.
Awards
Yeah.
where they brought everyone up onto the stage or whatever, and they expected me to pop the fuck off.
Yeah. I only knew
Uh,
like two or three of the people who were on screen.
I
Yeah.
knew most of them, and I was like, I'm not popping off, bro. I
No.
don't know what I barely even know what the thing looks like. What do you
Yeah, we
want
need
me
to. They
to?
they probably couldn't should have done that after they dropped like the full trailer that came out like a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago. So
Uh, it was weird. And they're gonna keep doing this. You know how many times has the Game Awards brought some motherfucker up
to end the
who
show,
is now tangential to video games
yeah,
and is like, "Hey
it's
everyone,
that guy. It's you love the dude from you love the Diesel, also known as Big D.
Big D here."
Did you know that did you know that Danny and Michael Filippo were gonna direct that movie originally? They are the
Oh,
those are the that's the brother duo that did Bring Her Back last year. Um, the horror movie.
what the
Yeah, 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 yeah,
what?
yeah.
What is
Interesting.
there anything else in the from filmography that would
Oh,
indicate they would
those.
want to work
mhm, they did Talk to Me, another horror movie. Those are,
that's not better. That doesn't
what do you mean? That's a perfect combination.
that doesn't prove the case at all.
Dog, look at how slow Street Fighter Six's balance patches have been. Tell me that there isn't anything more
Oh,
horrific. Look at
me
the
when I
lack of
tell the
costumes.
developers to talk to me or
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly. Yeah, it's talk to me as in please, somewhat at least Hideki Ono tweets. Also, what's more horrific than incest? We've gotten a reference in like
Oh,
every episode since it happened. That's
every
awesome.
episode,
That's
the
awesome.
cousin cracker
Yeah, yeah,
push-ups.
that's gonna be long running for sure.
I want you, it me pointing. I want you to do the cousin cracker push-ups today at your local Planet Fitness. right now. Don't hesitate. Just get the 10 pounder, go light on it, and just go crazy on the floor.
Go light on it. I don't think there's any way to lightly do the cousin factor push-up from what I've seen. Um, yeah, it was pretty good. If you watch it, let me know what you think. As far as games, pretty much just two things on the docket lately. The first is Final Fantasy Tactics A2 on the Nintendo DS. I'm doing a replay.
Oh, A2.
Yeah. Um,
Ah, I see.
and this may be controversial, maybe not. A2 is probably the best Square Enix um, tactics game. Uh, yeah, yeah. Maybe in terms of pure gameplay, obviously. As far as like story and whatnot, obviously it's not even close to the OG tactics, but mechanically it goes hard as hell.
If the people at home don't remember A2, A2 is infamously the protagonist who looks like he got that a lot of shit on him.
Yeah, it's like
If
somebody
you
threw a
don't know
bunch
it
of
by
clothes at him.
anything else,
Yeah,
it's the kid with the red hat and the fucking yellow bottoms, overalls with the fucking like what is it, the green whatever, I don't even know. I
it's
think
like
he's wearing a leaf or something. If I remember, I don't even know.
it's like a tattered cape. Also, he's wearing
No, it's a cape.
overalls, and then
It's overalls.
he has a buckle or that has a four-leaf clover on it. Um, and then his sword
He
has a
got
giant
some. He got
chain.
some. He's got a fucking like sword that looks like I'll scream and it'll break.
Yeah,
He's got a fucking elbow shield. He's got some fucking pizza in a satchel or whatever.
yeah. It's pretty interesting because all of the other art, like character designs, are extremely good. I like Sid. I like the way they did the Vera. Um, that's all good, but his design is straight ass. Um, um, but yeah, mechanically, I would argue it's the best tactics game from Square Enix. I it's like crack. I put 10 hours in so fast.
Oh.
Yeah. What makes it entertaining to me is the obviously it's just balanced better as more interesting objectives. Quite often it fixes the judge system by making it optional effectively, outside of a couple rare
Mm.
instances. More job classes, quite quite a few, many job classes. Um, and
Like, what's the what? Do you know if it is it like 1.5 more times like tactics?
oh, number to number,
Uh,
um, I couldn't tell you, but
Because like how does balancing the stuff? Well, I mean, at the end of it, tactics is like broken at
yeah,
like near
regardless, yeah,
at a
yeah,
certain point
yeah,
anyway,
yeah,
right? But like, is it any more like much larger to the extent that like maybe like more of a mid game way through, you're like, yeah, whatever, bro, I figured this shit out because you gave me this class.
yeah. I think the struggle can be more manually built in because very often they'll give you the option to take quests that are like 20 ranks higher than what you're actually at. Um,
Oh.
and that's kind of where you can, test your metal a little bit. Um, so yeah, it's and yeah, there are a ton of classes, wild stuff, cannoneer, juggler, lanista. I don't even know what that means. Geomancer, illusionist, time mage, all sorts of stuff. Chocobo Knight and Moogle Knight. Um, you can give a Moogle a gun. That's always fun. Always a good time. Um,
Always a good time. Always a good time to
yeah,
remember a Moogle with a
I
gun.
think
To
I
remember
think a
who your
Moogle should have a
superior
gun.
is.
Yeah, I think a Moogle should have a gun. Also, that's the only time where the Gria show up, which is like the dragon class. They're like the dragon race in Ivalice. They're the only that's the only time they've shown up is in A2. They're not in anything else as far as as far as like Ivalice lore. Um,
Interesting.
yeah,
I don't even remember this. I don't even
yeah,
remember this.
yeah. Um, but yeah, it's fun. I will say though, the older I get, the more I love cheating. Um,
Oh.
Specifically in this instance, I cheat in the sense that so in the game, there's a system where you get an item, and the item will have an ability attached to it, and you finish missions, it fills up the bar, and then you get that ability regardless of whether you have the item equipped or not. So, like, a spear could have jump attached to it. You make your Banga a dragoon. You give them the spear. They do enough missions, and then they can use jump, regardless of whether it's
Mm.
equipped or regardless of whether they're that particular class or not, because you can dual class with any character. Um, I made it so that all you have to do is finish one mission, and then the abilities, like you master the ability, and that's great. No notes there. They probably should have just done it like that. Dog, some of those abilities take an eternity. Oh my god, 6, 7 missions. That wasn't on purpose. 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 I realized it as soon as I said it. That wasn't on purpose. Please put the gun down. Um,
It's in your lexicon. I'm sorry. It's in there.
I guess so. Um, but yeah, I'm glad that I did that because it just gives me more time to, um, play around with the different classes and the different abilities and stuff. So yeah, you should cheat in your video games more often. Um, as
You
long,
heard it.
yeah, as long as it's
Only
not
the Game
affecting
Shark.
anybody else. Yeah, as long as it's not affecting
Only the
anybody else,
Game
why not?
Shark.
Um,
I want you to boot up the Dell laptop in the attic right now. Bring it down. Don't even dust it off. We're gonna it's gonna be broken anyway after you do Game Boy Advance emulator plus Game Shark plus KH2 Chain of Memories.
virtual boy.exe. They don't even got to do that. I'll post a link to the JSON file of all the Nintendo DS cheats that you can just put on Melon DS. Oh right, I was gonna say that's my other criticism of that game. I've played this game solely on in fast forward mode because I get something about it, that game is more demanding hardware wise than I would expect. Um,
Oh.
everything just takes 2 or 3 seconds to load every time you move a character, every time you switch a menu. I did not notice this as a child because as a child I had patience. But now it's just like, oh my god, it's so slow. It is the slowest tactics game by far. Um, so I play it like pretty much purely in fast forward mode, which that sucks. That's not how I want to experience most media, except for like Pokemon battles. Um, but it really is it adds up very quickly. Um,
I
because oh,
find,
go ahead.
yeah, I think in Valkyrie Profile, this is also the thing.
Hmm.
Like, it's not just like I made a really lavish animation. It's this takes like me setting up for the animation takes about 5 more seconds than you think it would
Yeah,
10 to 15 years later.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, because that particularly makes sense because the PS1, they were getting used to like disc-based loading and things like that, and also
Yeah.
as is a tale as old as time. Whenever new tech comes out, um, these companies push them to their absolute limit and then don't optimize at all, and accrue tech debt, and it adds up. So it's shocking to me for A2 because this is a DS kart game and it's
Yep.
entirely 2D. So it's pretty wild that it's so demanding. Um, but besides that, good time. That's all I have to say because the plot is not even worth speaking of to any extent at all. It,
No,
just the most
nothing.
nothing
I
burger.
nothing.
Even the original Tactics Advanced had a people complain that it's like too kiddie or whatever. Uh, when it is actually not the case at all. Um, obviously nobody understood that game's plot because everybody's like, "Oh, Marche is ruining everybody's lives because they all want to live in their fantasy world, and Marche just wants to go back home to his real life mom. He ruined it for everybody because media literacy has been dead for a long time, much longer than I think people realize. Um, but that game actually had some depth to it. At least you can have that discussion of like, was Marche right to break the illusion of Ivalice or not? This game has nothing. There is nothing going on in Tactics Advance 2.
You know who reheated those nachos? Persona 5 Royal.
Really?
Yes.
I've never
Absolutely, it
played it.
reheated those nachos.
I have not. I
Yeah,
didn't play Royal because
definitely. Very
very
similar.
similar plot
Like they're
line.
coming at it from different philosophies, but very similar plot line at the end of Royal. Very,
Interesting.
very similar.
Did you play both versions of that game?
Yep. Yep.
Did you feel like it was worth it the second go around?
I think it's a demand, like not just I mean mechanically it's so much better. I don't have to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But like story wise, I think Royal is better. I think it was very clear. I mean, if we I need to point to the fucking lest we point to the remember the Gamatsu Persona 5 spin-off schedule chart? Remember that thing?
Mm-hmm.
Like lest we point there, like they ran out of time.
Oh
The
yeah,
spin-offs were already spinning out.
yeah.
They come back. Okay, let's finish it. Like this is the true
Right.
sort of end to what this is. It's the true end to their ideology,
Mm-hmm.
essentially.
Yeah, which is
And I don't
why
think
what is
you
it?
know.
Persona the spiritual sequel does not connect to Royal because they were already working on that spiritual sequel
Yep.
while they were getting back
And
to
that's
Royal.
why the funny thing is that both of those both Strikers and Royal come to the same conclusion about what the end point of the ideology
Oh,
is
I
really.
see. Okay,
So like
okay.
when you play Royal again, you go, oh wait, they kind of just tried to do this in Strikers though.
Gotcha. That's interesting.
Uh,
That then I know that
yeah,
it's better because I was always like, Strikers is a better game plot wise than Five is. It's a significantly
yeah.
more mature look at personas. Like the whole like bad guys will say what they did wrong if you ask them nicely enough. Vibes.
If you ask them nicely enough, we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that in a little bit,
Bet
honestly.
bet. Yeah. So okay, that's interesting. Um, I mean I'm not gonna play it because it's too it's the well
it's
is too poisoned. Did you see me complain about this? I'm gonna crash out on about this live for a second. There's a website, listener. There is a website called Insert Coin, and Insert Coin does fashion based um apparel for particular video games. They've been doing it for a while. They're based out of Europe. They're doing the Persona 30th anniversary merch right now for one Atlas Sega. That's Atlas's last name for anybody who doesn't know. The 30th anniversary T-shirt of Persona has the protagonist of Persona 5 X, the mobile gotcha game.
That's
For
Phantom X to you.
whatever. Uh, Fuck off. He is front and center of that shirt, alongside all of the protagonists from actual real Persona games. Have you seen that shirt? I'm gonna send it to you right now. You need to see this. Oh,
I
you saw
saw
it?
the
Okay, you saw
shirt
it. You saw it.
because I
Okay.
saw the P30th like concert whatever
Mm-hmm.
stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and when I saw him there, I was like, man, what are we doing?
That's
What are
so
we doing?
he's taking up more space than the Persona 5 protagonist. He's taking up more space than Kasumi, or sorry, what's her name? The girl from P3 Portable, of course. But even the dude from P3,
Yeah,
and then obviously the people from the characters from P2 may as well be not be on the shirt. They may as well have been like wrapped around. I hate that. Anyways, Um,
Bro has his hand in front of the A in Persona because he's just person.
yeah.
Like, who are you, bro? I don't remember his fucking name, and I bothered to learn it for a sec because of the oh god, what's it called? The pusher, the guy, the guy who like was like pushing people off the trains. Remember that shit?
Oh, the Subway Slammer.
The Subway
The
Slammer,
Subway
the sub,
Slammer.
and I bothered to learn it for a sec because
Well,
of the Subway Slammer,
there's
and
a,
then forgot it
I mean, I
again.
don't know. There's a couple. And I know there's like Yuya Narumi. That's one that I know. I've seen the Pierced Boy uh get thrown around. I don't.
Pierce Boy sounds like the guy you reference in a college party.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
the Pierce
That's the
Boy over
Pierced Boy
there.
over there. Um, yeah, I don't know. That's funny though. I mean, no, it's not. None of this is funny. This shit sucks. But what are you gonna do? Um, yeah,
Ass. Also
is really bad.
nothing. Like they're like, yeah, whatever, bro. Here's Persona 4 Revival or what here.
Yeah.
We're gonna fuck your shit up. We're gonna give you one incredible song and then we're gonna fuck up that entire soundtrack. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be ass. Um, but yeah, so that was Tactics, and then the other game that I've been playing, this may come as a shock to some, uh, possibly not to others. I've been going absolutely buck wild with Diablo 4 lately. The new expansion came out like last week. Uh, it is called Lords of Hatred, Lord of Hatred,
Lord of Hatred,
Lord of
right?
Hatred. This expansion, and I am not exaggerating. I'm being 100% sincere here. Lord of Hatred has some of the best writing Blizzard has ever put out. Like objectively, just
Oh,
absolute banger of a plot. For a Also for a studio known for its incredible cinematics, they have somehow outdone themselves because this expansion also has the best Blizzard cinematics that they've ever put out. It is wild how much effort they put into this game's like storytelling, which something you wouldn't expect honestly from Diablo. Obviously, there's lore for the lore freaks, but like not to beat a dead horse, but gun to my head, if you told me to tell you what happened in Diablo 3 again, I'd just be like, listen, my skull could use a bullet in it right now. Because I'm not gonna figure it out. Um, but yeah, this and even like Diablo 4 base games plot, it's good. I like the highs are high, the lows are just pretty low, and then Vessel of Hatred, the first expansion, basically may as well not exist plot wise. But Lord of Hatred, fire,
but
fire
they gave me
plot.
that fire class though.
Yeah, well, that was the other thing I was gonna say is that this it's also the best Diablo 4 has ever been as far as mechanics. Every class got a rework that has made pretty much all of them more enjoyable. The new ones are cool too. I like Paladin. Warlock is cool as well, although there is an issue currently where even though it's the effects for that class is very cool, they are overwhelming, and Diablo does not have a
Oh.
setting to turn off or reduce your own character's special ability effects
Oh, you mean like this?
visually. Yeah, like
Okay.
clutter. Yeah, yeah. And because it's a warlock, there's a lot of red, and at higher tier difficulties, you literally will just be like, "What the What is going on?" And then you don't realize that you're dead. So, um, yeah, I think those are that's like the one negative I would say for the game currently. I am not. I'm sure if there's because I've talked about this before. The dungeon crawler freaks are probably going to be like, no, it's not. No, that expansion sucks, and Diablo 4 has always been ass, and it's not good at all. Listen, not all of us play this game 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They're hitting tier 12 tournament level constantly with 15 different characters. That's not happening. For me, at least. I can enjoy it for what it is. Um, you need to find literally any other hobby, even any other video game. Um, I will, I did the campaign. I'm gonna rip through this season. Maybe I will do the following season if I am continuing to enjoy myself. I'm not carrying, but I'm doing the campaign co-op with some other people in our Discord, and then I'm gonna put it down. I'm gonna read a book. I got the Roku novels right now.
About Diablo, right?
No, I don't think so. I think I'm gonna think about something else. Yeah,
Oh,
I think I'm gonna think about something else.
oh,
I know, shocking, but
shocking.
yeah. So if you're normal,
About Lilith?
I would read something about Lilith, but I can't talk about what I'd read about Lilith on air, unfortunately. Uh, so, but yeah, it's been a good time. But that's literally those are the two things I've been playing. I feel sick because I've put in
Oh,
27.6 hours in Diablo 4 since the expansion came out. That's too much Diablo for me. And you'll see people on Steam with like 12K hours across since like 2023, and they're like, yeah, this game is
holy
ass. I'm
shit.
not even That's not even an over exaggeration. That's like honestly almost below average. Yeah, there's unreal
Jesus
time.
Christ.
Yeah, yeah. But
What are you doing for 12K? You could win Evo for 12K hours.
yeah, you could be grinding, you could be labbing, you could be playing Injustice right now.
You could be playing Injustice 1 throwing a dumpster for 12K hours.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah,
I mean, I'm glad to hear that the game is better. Like, I'll probably go back to it.
hmm
I liked Vessel of Hatred for as
yeah,
well,
yeah.
honestly, for
Like
the new class.
Spiritborn is
I just
cool.
also wasn't paying attention to the story to that. I mean, I wasn't really paying that much. I guess, but I think it's a failure of my. Sometimes, like, my brain files away something as I don't think I need to pay that much attention,
No,
and I
that's fair.
probably should just fight that inclination honestly and try to challenge myself otherwise. But I for the large part of Diablo 4, I'm just not. I just wasn't giving it that. I like the presentation of it certainly.
Yeah, yeah,
I think it's a very beautiful game.
yeah.
But it just didn't like sort of categorize itself like that in my brain.
No, that's
But
fair.
I'm excited to sort of kind of come back to that probably when I have more time as well.
Yeah, I'm
Or
unemployed right
like
now. It's the
in
perfect time to drop an expansion.
Yes,
Big
it
ups,
is.
Blizzard.
Yes, it
Thanks, dog.
is. When
Thank you.
Elden Ring came out and I
Oh,
didn't
you
have a
you didn't have a
job,
job during that's
woo!
so
No,
sick.
I didn't have a
That's
job during Elden
awesome.
Ring.
That's perfect timing.
I would. I when Diablo 4 came out, I was like, "Fuck, I have a job."
Yeah, exactly, exactly. This has been the
I
perfect
was
time to
dead
catch
ass
up.
thinking that shit. I was like, "God damn,
Yeah,
what the hell?"
yeah. No, no, completely, exactly how I would feel. Um, but yeah, those are my two. Yeah, if you get into it, let me know. I did Paladin for the first character, and now I'm doing Spiritborn, and they made Poison a valid build
I
this time
Yes,
around.
Poison was not incredible
No, it was just
as well.
evade. It was just evade dashing, which not only is boring, it's painful for my little gamer fingies. I can't do that
Yeah,
for a
it's
long time.
buying. It's just buying time. You're just going, okay. Let's just move around for like 30 seconds
Yeah, I don't want to just
until
mash B over and over again, bro. If I wanted to do that, um, I'd play Invincible. Sorry, that's not even a fair joke. It's
Uh,
just an easy
uh,
one.
uh.
All right, what's been on your docket lately?
Yeah, so I've been I don't like this job, so not much. I
Okay,
have I have played
no major
really.
differences. That's fair.
Except I was like I have to do something,
Mhm.
and I realized that Mixtape, the game from Beethoven and Dinosaur and published by Annapurna, came out very recently as last week.
Yep.
And I was like, well, it's probably pretty short. And
Mhm.
so, after treating my mother to some Dominican food, even though I was like, you don't want anything You don't want anything else to eat besides them. And she's like, no, I want some Dominican food. And
Valid.
so it's the Dominican restaurant and
Valid. Valid.
otherwise. But after that, I sat down and I played through all of Mixtape in one sitting. It probably might as well have been honestly, the length of a movie in almost like if I honestly, probably shorter than if I really hoofed it, probably shorter than Killers of the Flower Moon, I think.
Yeah, I've
Um,
seen people do 3 hour run times.
but I did play this. There's a lot of I don't know if you've seen any of the discourse surrounding this game.
I have. I don't give a shit. In the sense that
There's
not
a
in the sense that I don't want you to talk about it. I'm just saying these people are silly.
sure. There's a lot of discourse around it. I've read some of it. I I think I'm coming at from this at another angle.
Okay.
In a way where I don't have any. Oh, it's like it's okay that I don't have any nostalgia for this. So to set the stage, uh, Mixtape is a game, a very music based game. In terms of its entire premise relies on its tracks, and the titular character, by the nickname Rockford, Stacy Rockford, has sort of planned out an entire last day before she heads out to New York to become a music supervisor in her own words. And she has laid out a track list to sort of, that sort of encompasses every moment of the day and what her and her two friends, by Slater and Cassandra, would be doing throughout the day there. And so she introduces each track before it plays as the moment is about to happen. So let's say like this is in a track from one of this from the game, but she played like suddenly like oh no, like here's one. This is how we do it. She would introduce that track. Let's say that's the track that didn't play, by the way, because a complication in the story. But let's say she was introducing "This is how we do it." It would show up on the screen in big yellow letters, and she'd sort of give some background on the song. Right? It's a cute bit, sure.
Hmm.
Um, the thing is that this game relies on a certain like two drifting periods, something along the lines of 80s and 90s music.
Hmm.
I'd say mid to the late 80s and early to mid 90s kind of thing.
Hmm.
Um, and I don't have any nostalgia for the 80s in that way.
Hmm.
To be
I
honest,
have thoughts on this, but I'll wait for you to finish.
yeah, no, yeah, like you have thoughts on 80s nostalgia?
No, I have thoughts on the on the let me say the the targeting of this game, but I think it'd be better for you to give more context and stuff before I say anything about that, because otherwise I'll sound
Yes.
uh,
So
mean.
I'll say one of the reasons this game doesn't really work for me like it's not like I'm incapable of empathizing with a demographic that is of not my own.
Sure.
Certainly I've done it for many titles, but the game is sort of calling back to a certain period of time. These are three teens who are about to head off to college to decide what they're going to do for the rest of their life, and this is their last day spent together because Stacy, the main character here, is sort of following her dreams in this way. And they live in California. They live in very, very rural white suburbia that
Hmm.
I do have no,
Oh, okay.
like,
You were headed to where I was headed, but I was going to be much more mean
yeah,
about it, and will be much more
I
mean about it.
see.
But
I have no overlap really with. I grew up in the Bronx and New York and
hmm.
Manhattan.
Hmm. Hmm.
I
Yeah,
have I
quite
have
literally the
very
polar
little
opposite in every conceivable way.
I have very little relation, and that's okay. Honestly, that's okay. I have other issues with the game that are not this,
Hmm.
but that this does not help it with.
Okay,
What
that's
were you
fair.
going to say regarding that there?
So it's interesting that you say that there's nothing wrong with that, and I would agree with you if the game was more personal than it is. Now, obviously, I haven't played it. I did watch it be played. Frankly, may as well be the same thing based on what I've seen. That's not even a dig towards it. I'm just saying there it is effectively a movie. I watched the movie. And it you so like it's obvious that some in inspiration has been, you know, made from this game, based on the director and their
Should
life
we
and
talk
everything.
about the John Hughes aspect, the Ferris Bueller,
Yeah,
and what have you?
yeah, exactly. That's what I was about to say. Is like it it's just so sterilized. It's like because the studio is Australian. So why Northern California? Why Northern California? Because Northern California is a place that everybody likes. All the music is music that everybody likes, and I'm putting an asterisk on everyone because the everyone here is, the most annoying Caucasian you know. I'm sorry, it's just that's the vibe that I was getting, and it's so weirdly like safe, um, and I think the reason why I'm so harsh on it is, did you play or do you know of a game called Despelote?
I do. A
Okay.
memoir game, you would say. I saw that. I think I saw Chris Plant coined these perfect tides of Despeloti as memoir games or autofiction games.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. That game is about that is autobiographical. The developer is from Ecuador, and it's about um, that country's first successful qualifying run for the 2002 World Cup. That is a all a real thing that happened. That game is a game that is very clearly, of the developer's time. It is incredibly specific to the person who's created its memories, and it has like it's not nearly as big budget. That
Mm.
person did not have the money
Yeah,
of a
very.
billionaire's daughter backing him. Just not to take pot shots at Annapurna, but that is the case. Um, but it is, I think I would argue it's just as, if not more, creative, and it even though, obviously I can relate to that game because I'm brown, but obviously I'm not um, Ecuadorian. But despite not having anything in common with that experience, I felt like it was um, I connected to it more just because uh, it it, it's so like it's such an individual game. Mixtape is trying to be for everybody again with an asterisk,
Mhm.
and as a result, I'm just not as impressed by it in the same way. Like I would not be giving it a 10 out of 10. And it's interesting because this game is exactly the type of thing that I like to think about between the two of us. Like this podcast existence specifically um, is it kind of owes itself to Mixtape because the crackers are gonna love this shit, and they are. They got like a 10 out of 10 on IGN, and I simply can't agree with that takeaway. So
Yeah, I think not to hype up Despelote, but Despelote is very. It's like it's coming at it from a very like personal very personal perspective, and the way, even if it's an indie venture as it were, like the way it handles like it's also doing the walking sim
hmm
stuff, right?
hmm
It's
hmm
also doing the walking sim stuff, but it's like framing it in all these different ways, like, oh, you have to get back in time for the curfew. Did you make it to the curfew on time? Like, what did you do on the way there? Did you go back immediately? Stuff like that, and
hmm
stuff like that that has changes and flares, and adds up to some sort of a slightly different result that sort of makes a mark on you. I think I issues I have with mixed it's fine for mixtape to be as linear as it is.
Yeah.
It's whatever. I don't think like the universality that you're alluding to here, how it's for everyone, which means it's for no one,
Yeah.
at least for no one not in that group.
Hmm.
I believe I read Cameron Kunzelman write something on Mixtape. He talked about how bizarre the set list is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
because the set list, everything else about the game is trying to appeal to sort of everyone, but the set list is definitely personal.
Yeah.
But I can't see the through line between them,
Yeah.
as it were,
Yeah.
like in a sort of a thematic
Yeah.
cohesiveness.
Ironically,
Right?
not how a mixtape is meant to be made. A mixtape is definitely supposed to have that sort of vibe, either about the person you're giving it to, or the theme that you're trying to give it. Yeah, that's pretty funny. I
You
didn't
know,
think about that, but you're right.
and I tend to think that the only thing I could come with my mind is like so I should explain that Stacy Rockford, the main character in this game, she is like she's always playing music on her headphones. She's always playing a CD of some sort. She's always playing something. She's dare I say borderline like obsessive. Has a quote unquote kind of has a special interest, a very special interest in it, to the degree that there's a part where there's a character called Jenny fucking Goodspeed. Just Jenny Goodspeed, but the character refers to her as Jenny fucking Goodspeed. And the reason you find out about like 1/4 of the game through that she keeps referring to this character is that at one time at like a fast food restaurant, she came up to her and her friend, and she was like talking about, oh wait, what movie was it? What movie were they talking about? I forgot what the movie was.
I don't
But was it
recall.
Space Odyssey? Was it Space Odyssey? Maybe. She was talking. They were talking about a movie, and then Rockford goes, "Oh yeah, the music in that was great, wasn't it?" And then like Jenny fucking Goodspeed goes, "Oh, I wasn't really listening to that. Oh, it was Alien. It was Alien. I think it was
Oh,
Aliens or
gotcha.
Alien." And then like immediately her face drops and goes, I know everything I need to know about you.
Hmm.
Because you didn't pay attention to the music. And I'm like, okay, bitch, what? What?
Maybe,
And I'm like, yes, yeah, so, yeah, sure. This is like a teenage response to this thing.
yeah.
Like, sure, I can see that happening. Certainly.
Maybe they were busy looking
But
at Sigourney Weaver, bro. Did you consider that?
maybe
Did you consider that?
May
Because
consider. I
I'm not
think
thinking
I
about the
considered
score.
this because there's some like some undertones of are they a thing? Are they a thing? I'm
Hmm.
not sure.
Hmm.
Between the Rockford and Cassandra character there, but as well as like the thing I can rationalize is that she just has like she's supposed to be pretty like knowledgeable about music,
Yeah.
and like she is, but and people have to, I've seen the gamut of reactions. People are describing it as like she has this sort of like post knowing what the era is knowledge on the subject, the
Yeah.
way she's presenting it. And honestly, like I describe this as like, well, like when the character's just talking to me and telling me what the track is, that is the writer speaking. Honestly,
Yes. It's just, it's
I
literally,
already
it's
accepted
direct.
it in my brain.
Yeah.
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 Um, I have other problems with this game besides this.
Oh,
I
wow.
think um I think we should have just been a rhythm game. Maybe.
Yeah. Would
I
that do it
think
more for you?
I like because this is just a series of music. People have described this as a series of music videos, like sort of playing, right, and you're sort of interacting with them. There are cute bits. There are like fun bits, like like a posing in the photo booth, or moving a couch in a certain way while this kind of song plays, or taking pictures. But taking pictures part, Umurangi Generation has there are many, or Fatal Frame. There are many games about taking pictures that have done it to more, sort of significant degree.
Hmm.
I suppose it's the culmination of them, but it does a bunch of cute stuff. But like, if it's about the music, you should make it a. I feel like you should make it about the. I feel like you could go play. I'm gonna say Guitar Man again. I'm gonna mention Guitar Man again. If
Ooh,
you want to play
yeah.
like a game that's dedicated to like the music, and its love of it, you should go. Play Guitar Man. Games that love music don't just have to be about music, as it were. You can
Yeah.
tell they love it, but
Yeah, yeah,
by the
yeah.
way,
Yeah, Guitar
they're
Man
they're
is the
sort of
perfect example of that. God, that game is so fucking
yeah,
good.
it's so good. Hard too.
Yeah, yeah.
But like there are other games that sort of do this kind of thing. I think if I were to name like I think there are some people who I've seen some reactions of going like that's doing certain like new. I don't. This game is not doing anything I haven't seen.
Hmm.
Quite honestly.
Hmm.
And to the degree that I'm like, if you want things that you haven't seen, like you go play, like, I don't know, Romeo is a Dead Man. They're doing some weird shit in there.
Hmm. Hmm.
As far as I saw from you, they're doing some weird shit in there. Is it successful? I'm not sure I could say that, but he's doing way weirder things than they are here. Um, certainly. If you gave, and no one ever gives Suda this kind of money, but if you gave Suda Mixtape money, I'm sure that.
Dog, I don't even know what would happen if they gave him that kind of money. I don't want him to
I
have
don't
it.
even know.
No, he wouldn't be insane enough. You know what I mean? Look at what happened when they gave Kojima a bunch of money, bro. Nah, no, no, no. Let him be broke.
But when we give Kojima a bunch of money, he also creates one of the best stealth games ever made.
True, true.
It's just that we get like someone has to keep him in
Yeah,
check.
yeah.
Like there has to be someone.
Best
There has
stealth
to be.
combat and locomotion in a game on one hand, monkey's paw curls, and then
Monkey's
pause's
Paw Girl is one
fate
of the
appears in
worst,
your other hand.
literally unfinished story. Literally unfinished story on the other hand. I don't know what to say. I don't know, but like, I think there are games that are about music that achieve this better and like allow for a more personal sort of ordeal. I'm willing to argue. I'm willing to argue that like because of the way like because of its sort of the way it's structured, I would say Katamari Damacy is like like even not sort of by a musical standard, like oh the songs are better or something,
Yeah,
but it's more in tune with what it's doing between what you're sort of executing and what the music's doing,
yeah, I would agree
as
with that.
well, and sort of in concert.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't know what you think. What do you think about like? So the game has like uh did you like Gone Home back then? Did that do it for you?
No,
No.
no, it did not. Yeah. But I mean, Gone Home, and I say this with all the love in the world. Gone Home is for the gays, and you know, am not one. I'm not in anywhere in that particular part of the spectrum. You know, I love me some Riot Girl. I am not a Riot Girl, and so uh, it didn't. That game did not do much for me. But I can appreciate what it was doing, and the effort that was put into it, and like the presentation, the writing. It's just not my game, which is fine.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I liked it back then. I,
Yeah,
I mean, I haven't played it in what? When did Gone Home come out?
Gone Home came
I played
out
it on the
in
Mac, right?
2013. Came out,
Lord.
yep, came out on, I believe it was on PCs and stuff in 2013. It didn't come out on consoles until a couple years later, I think like 2016. Anyways, it's been
That
13
makes
years.
sense. That makes sense. This game it looks great. I'll give you this. They saw Spider-Verse and they were like, "Hell
Oh,
yeah.
Mixtape.
I
We're talking about
love
Mixtape now.
Spider-Verse." Mixtape, yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Mixtape loves Spider
Sure
Verse,
does.
adores the art style to the nth degree.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if you would agree how great it is about it, like how in terms of show. I think it's a very good looking game.
Yeah.
I think the art department, everything from like the posters on the wall, the way their rooms are set up,
Mm-hmm.
what is all like the like the park looks like, the wilderness, like the art team is like fucking killing,
Yep.
I think.
Yep.
Um it's just it's not substantive to me. I think the writing doesn't break through in that way. There are like nice one-liners in isolation,
Yeah.
perhaps.
Yeah.
Something like I think Cassandra says once, like, "I'm just a series of after-school programs."
Oh
That's funny.
my.
That's funny to think about. But they're great one-liners. I think it doesn't tie up neatly, and I think we have to the comparison people are making here. We have to talk about the Ferris Bueller in the room. I've only ever seen the end of Ferris Bueller, like
That's
the
funny.
last 20 minutes. The only John Hughes movie I've seen all the way through is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
I have not watched Ferris Bueller either. If people didn't know that we are brown before, if everything up to this has not been a solid enough of an indicator, neither of us having seen Ferris Bueller is definitely going to be the
It's
that's,
pretty funny.
that's like that's the fact that we both haven't seen it is fucking hilarious. What are the odds of that? Feels like everybody
And
and
I've
their
only seen
mom.
the last 5 minutes of
I
Breakfast
haven't seen
Club.
that either.
I've
I
only seen
also
the
haven't
last five
watched Breakfast
minutes.
Club.
It was on TBS, and I was catching the literal end of it. While that thing they do where the credits, where they like minimize the credits and they start rolling.
Yeah,
They start pre-rolling the credits and then having the ending play. So they have to show the credits, but they can't wait for like the scene to end so they can get on to the next thing on the time slot.
yeah, yeah.
That is how I saw the last five
That's very
minutes.
funny. This is wild. We are gonna there. This is gonna be cracker cardiac arrest if we're not careful. This is crazy. This is multiple you haven't seen Death Note combo. Wait,
But hey, I saw Plane Trains and Automobiles. I think that's a fine movie. But I think also it's not about teens. It's about like two grown ass men.
yeah, this is true.
I also.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But like the mixtape's writing it really doesn't like follow through all the way together. Specifically, I am alluding to two things. Well, one thing, and then another one which is interesting. There's a scene in the game where they're making their way through like a train, and there's a cute bit where when like the train is obviously stationary and it's like not moving, but when you're going through it, it switches to a 2D plane through, like you can see them through the windows, and the train sound they play a train sound moving, and like the background is moving, which is fun.
Yep.
It's just fun. Um, the main character Rockford, she starts talking about who has access to loudness.
Mm-hmm.
um this is interesting. So she says something like she goes, and then they go, "Oh, what do you mean?" And she's like, "There's like a situational awareness to loudness." And she starts talking about people on motorbikes and how like, oh, they buy the right to be loud. And I go, I mean, yeah, yeah, sure, that's true in a sort of way. But then she elaborates and she goes, yeah, like you gotta earn it, like uh like a politician, or like a rock star, or like the fact that she said you have to earn it. And I go, oh man, this is so white.
Yeah. 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 100%.
This is so white.
Yeah.
It's not just a kid like reading of what I believe in a meritocracy or something. I think it's indicative of like, I think it's appropriate for her to say this because she lives where she lives, and she's grown up in a pretty sizable house with enough funds to just kind of go away to New York to with to where her sister is, right?
Dog, she doesn't
But
she own
like,
a Walkman? Like in that
yeah,
time
yeah, she
period, bro,
goes to the
you're
CD
loaded.
player.
If you have it's a sign, if you have your own Walkman that you weren't sharing with your siblings, or if you had your own TV in your room, you were the bourgeoisie in the 90s. There's no if ands or buts about it. You had money,
you know.
so yeah,
And like it's not like it doesn't betray anything about the text. In fact, it elucidates like who this character is and why, and she's talking about who has access to being loud because she wants to hear her own music and doesn't want to hear that stuff.
yeah,
But that, you know, is so she's latent in her sort of coming of age, like continuing to think that way,
hmm,
you know, is probably a faux pas. But it's appropriate for her to sort of think about things this way.
yeah. But it
But
reveals something about the game, the people who made it, its characters, in a way that perhaps wasn't intended.
maybe not.
Oh,
I'd
okay.
hope that they had it in
No.
mind. Like I'd hope this is like, oh, it's intentional that she's thinking of it this way. That's funny, right? I would hope. But then later on,
Hmm.
so this is apparently this is like a John Hughes bit, and I wouldn't know this part.
Right.
Uh, Later on, the Rockford character has to sort of save um the Cassandra character because she's about to sort of get like actually no, I think this is earlier. She like explains uh to the Cassandra character's dad is a cop, right?
Yep.
So there's the clear like, oh, we got to fight the man, and the entire game they've been going, ew, it's the cops or
Hmm.
whatever, and then one of the Rockford's friends characters even says, oh, the mother says, oh, the pig's here,
Hmm.
like she goes, honey, the pig's here, like like in front of his face at the door, right? So like there's a clear like sort of dislike of them, and then I'm assuming this is a trope. Uh, Rockford has a confrontation with the with the dad character, Officer
Hmm.
Marino, I think it is. And she goes, oh, like she basically kind of does the talking to the camera thing, but she uses a song to sort of like delineate, like, oh, it's like the song lyric. How could you keep treating Cassandra like this? And then the dad fires back, quote. Let me enlarge this photo here.
Oh,
In
you screenshot them.
1969, on his second studio album, Canadian artist Leonard Cohen said, "Like a bird on a wire, like a drunk in a midnight choir, I have tried in my way to be free." As his retort to her, keeping Cassandra as locked up and as repressed as she is because of sort of his authoritarian sort of inclination towards his child, right?
Hmm.
And she goes, "Damn," and she shuts up. And I go, That's it? You don't got anything else?
No.
Because he said that,
Yeah.
you got nothing. You got nothing else. You're like, whoa. And apparently that might be like a John Hughes bit, as well. But like this combined with the fact that even later on, like Cassan, long story short, a cabin like burns down, and then the cops come, and then the dad character cop is first on the scene, and Cassandra, instead of running away, confronts and like lies to the dad, going, "I burned it down. If you don't let me do what I want, I'll burn this whole town," or whatever, and sort of like a triumphant sort of like a display. And then the dad character actually acquiesces and goes, just go, yeah, yeah, I get it. And it's like, no,
No, what
no,
do you mean?
that's not what
No, what do
would,
you mean?
it's okay, that's not what would happen. But that combined with the fact, like, it doesn't have any of the like there's a bunch of like steps missing here to I'm assuming complete what the John Hughes version of this is,
Hmm.
and also that combined with the Rockford sort of giving up in the face of, oh no, he knows some ball, Leonard Cohen. Bench, you're gonna. I knew about Leonard Cohen in like freshman year of college or whatever. I was doing, yeah, man, I knew or whatever. It's whatever. But like she just immediately acquiesced, and then the cop, like, no, man, that's not. This is not how this works. This is not how the cops work. What do you mean? This is how you fucking give up, and this is how he gives up in turn. I'm sorry. That's just not a thing. But like, sure, fine, I guess. But it just doesn't complete. Like, there's a bunch of steps for me missing here. It just doesn't complete the way I think it should. honestly, in order to make this work, as short as it is, and it's clear they're dedicated to uh not letting you waste time and or fail state, because people have been going on about the sort of the lack of interactivity, if you will.
Uh,
One of them being this segment where you, I don't know if you've seen it. It's where she's like running 2D on a 2D plane.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
one of the final sprints of the game.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and so if you've seen that, like if you press nothing, you will just not, you'll just complete it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're just kind of doing it to do it. That is of little consequence to
Yeah, I
me,
don't give a shit.
really.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's whatever. Like that tends to happen. Honestly, like it's a tightrope to. I can appreciate that there's a tightrope to manage in terms of like how much failure states you want a player to have and how long you want this segment to last. Horror games also have this to a certain degree when they add in something chasing you,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I think perhaps they prioritize pacing over fleshing out, maybe.
Yeah. That is likely what happened. They just wanted to keep the vibes going. Yeah, like you said, it doesn't mean, or that's not super consequential to me if Dispatch gets to get away with it and people say it's the greatest game of all time or whatever the fuck, despite it being dog shit. Then Mixtape can get away with it too. Um, that being said, I have a secret I have to reveal, Al. Um,
Oh,
while we've been talking, I have been scrubbing through an entire playthrough at like 4x speed or whatever, and I just needed to check something. There,
how far are you? How far are you?
I'm 2 hours and 19 minutes into a 2 hour and 38 minute playthrough. That's
Ah,
including credits. All that being said, I don't expect it to change at the end, but there are two black characters in the entirety of Mixtape
yep,
in a party with
yep.
no speaking roles. That's it. Every single other character is white. That is
So yep, that's
crazy.
correct. That's correct. Camille Cole is the titular popular girl. She's like the it girl. She's one of the one black characters. She does talk prior to that. She has about, I don't know,
Three, 4 lines.
a combined, yeah, something like that. That's it. Um, like, yeah, I know we're dealing with Australians, but
Yeah, well, Australians should probably be thinking about the dark skinned people in their country too. All right? They don't, they be out here being like, oh my God, what's happening in America? Acting like they don't know what an aborigine is. Go fuck yourselves, Aussies. All right. All right. We'll keep Mad Max, but we're not going to take anything else.
but yeah, like it's just it's just and I need to come back to the songs here
Hmm. Oh, yeah,
because
yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
the song, like I don't know if you have the track list in front of
I do.
you
I
at
have that
all,
open as well. Yeah.
but the only I'm like the only two things I was like, oh, I haven't heard of that one,
Hmm.
were Susie and the Banshees and then BJ Thomas.
Yeah.
um and then the rest I was like, yeah, this is not it for me.
Hmm. Hmm.
This song does not do it,
Yep.
and this game relies on the songs doing it. So the reason I keep saying this is because when Persona, we have to bring it back to Persona, actually. When
Everything brings back
Persona
to Persona.
3 Star Moonlight and then Persona 5 Starlight came out,
Yeah. Dancing all
like,
night.
and weren't as good as
Dog shit
Dancing
remixes.
All Night,
Hmm. Hmm.
it's because the remixes were
They
dog
were
shit.
terrible. Yeah.
They were like basically all
Yeah.
terrible,
Yeah.
and that game
Yeah.
flopped.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those games, those were two
Yeah.
games, and
Rhythm
they
games.
flopped.
Rhythm games with terrible music.
Rhythm
Impressive.
games,
Impressive. Um.
and like it lives and dies.
Yeah. Entirely off the music. I agree. And it's funny because, first of all, I was gonna do a bit where I send you what I was gonna be like. Yeah, this is the playlist, right? And then I link you this, which for people obviously who cannot see is a YouTube music playlist called "Songs That Get White People Turned." Um, Including such bangers as "Unwritten" by
Unwritten.
Natasha Bedingfield, "Girls Just Want to Have Fun" by Cyndi Lauper, "A Thousand Miles" by Vanessa Carlton, and etc. Jokes aside, well, joke leading into another joke. Um, Mixtape has one of my least favorite genres of music as the primary um, musical motif, more or less, obviously, and that is white people cooing music. That takes up, in my opinion, a significant chunk of the soundtrack. And what's interesting to me is that a lot of it is very well known white people cooing music, and it brings in mind a comparison to another game that also has white people cooing music, but that I like much more the soundtrack of,
Mm.
which is Life is Strange. Life is Strange soundtrack
Ah.
is great because first of all, when I listened to it at the time, I didn't know a single artist. Didn't know who Sid Matters was, who Breton was, never heard of Bright Eyes. I didn't know who Mogwai was. Um, and secondly, again, bringing it back around, there is absolutely a level of personalness to that soundtrack. That soundtrack is like razor tuned for white girls who are interested in the stinkiest like cigarette chain smoking grungy dude that they write like poetry about in between watching episodes of Lizzie McGuire. Like it's like fine tuned to a knife's edge. So while not directed at me specifically, um, it ends up being something that I can at least enjoy a little bit more. Um,
Mm.
like you mentioned, there is not much rhyme or reason to mixtape as it were, other than people like this stuff. But again, that pesky asterisk.
The pesty. So do you like ska at all?
I can fuck with ska, but you want to know why? It's because I associate ska with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater and Digimon.
Mm.
The latter is a universal experience that encapsulates the '90s in its entirety, and the former has music made by Black people in it, so I don't have to feel as like left out at the damn party. And that naturally allowed me to. It's like giving water to a wounded animal. um I'm able to like creep a little bit
Come, my child.
closer.
Come, my
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
child.
yeah. Please, please. We have Pusha T. Come closer.
Come over here. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. There you go. There you go. You're good. You're good.
So
Don't worry.
yeah,
We have some. Hey, hey. Here's some Lupe. Here's some Lupe. Let's go.
exactly,
It's okay.
exactly,
It's okay. You can come
exactly.
over.
Yeah,
You can come
yeah,
over.
yeah, yeah,
It's fine.
yeah. Wasn't Kick Push was definitely in a it had to have been in a Tony Hawk game. If not, then Skate.
I would. I could see it. I
Yeah,
could see it. I
yeah.
could see it. Honestly. Didn't Lupe just release a single that sounds way more in line with that era too?
Yes. Yeah.
He just released something. Or I forgot what the song was called,
Yeah.
but he
Um,
just released something that's way more in line with that.
I just looked. It wasn't a Tony Hawk game. Not one that anybody gives a shit about. It was in Tony Hawk's Downhill Jam on the Wii. But still,
Holy
it
shit!
was there. It was there. Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah. Yeah.
Good God. But yeah, like mixtape, it it's doing this thing like it's trying to appeal to everyone and then fitting into some sort of like vague sense and like I did hear like an interview I think Patrick Klepek did with the developers there like they have personal stories about music, tons of them,
Yeah.
but like they just like their set list did not I think sync up with the events in turn
No.
or the characters really I would say, and they could have told a more personal sort of thing, but they didn't. It was a very deliberate choice to sort of remain vague
Well,
and sort of more general
that
there.
doesn't get you a 10 out of 10 on IGN, brother. You want a 10 out of 10 by IGN, you gotta expand, you know, like your favorite inflation porn. You gotta expand.
Oh,
Um, do we have anything else to say about this? Because that feels like a fun note to end on. But
like
it's up
you
to you.
want to end on like your favorite inflation. That's what you want to end it on. That's what that you want that.
It's like
You want
we're
that.
like the inverse of each other when we're doing the podcast. Where when you're on the Discord call, and I'm there, I play the straight man, and then when we're on the podcast, you're significantly more normal, and I feel like I'm going insane as the hours go by. It's kind of funny. That was a long-winded way to say yes. That I absolutely would want to end it on like your favorite
Well,
inflation
we
porn.
we we can. I suspect the we this won't be the last of this is just a wider trend of serving up nostalgia the way
Yeah,
it needs to be served up for
yeah.
many a people, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Look out the window, bro. Gas is $8. You don't want to think about that. You want to think about a
You don't want
Northern Californian
to
past that you didn't even have, but that you've seen in so much media. It feels like you've lived it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a song by One Republic called um uh West Coast that talks about this romanticized idea of the West Coast that really doesn't exist like that anymore.
Yeah.
And it is funny. And that came out like last year or something. And it doesn't exist really.
Yeah.
And it is funny to think about that song honestly and and go even when you released this song it was already
It
it's
was already
gone.
gone. Yeah. It's only
You're
it's only
just
been gone or
you're
since.
pining,
Yeah.
and it's a weird. And I don't know if they know they're pining, and it's not there, or for them they're a successful band or whatever. Maybe for them it's there, but for the rest of us it's not.
It's gone. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's gone.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Mixtape. I think the studio will probably do something else
Oh, for sure.
in in 5 years or something,
Hmm.
and we might be here again.
Yeah.
But who knows?
We'll see. Cool. Alrighty. Let's talk about some news. Now
Oh
this is more like a pair of stories,
yeah,
but you were the one who, well, you did most of these, but actually, I can talk about this because I did tag you because we were talking about it. So, GameStop is GameStop CEO. He's been getting around lately. He's been
oh
talking.
yeah,
He's been talking. Probably shouldn't be doing that. First of all, he has been accused of auctioning off stuff from the Game Informer vault as part of his bid, no pun intended, to purchase eBay. Um, yeah, it's yeah, he. I think it wasn't even like an accusation, didn't he? Didn't he? He said he was doing it, right?
yeah,
Yeah, cool. I will note that I do like Kotaku's kind of been back lately. A big fan
a
of
little
them
bit.
calling it calling GameStop the Funko Pop store. That's funny as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. That got me. That did get me when I first took a look at this link. Um, but yeah, he's trying to sell stuff on eBay from the Game Informer vault. Um, and then I believe he got suspended. I believe he posted that he got suspended. Yeah, he said I got suspended on from eBay. Posted the link, the screenshot, and yeah, no response to a request for comment. Um,
Nope.
yeah, so he did that, and I guess I'll just talk about the other thing, and then we can discuss both things in tandem. Um, The GameStop CEO also said recently that he never wanted the job. He was never interested in leading GameStop. His aspirations actually were to always be eBay's CEO. and has made it very clear that he will do whatever it takes to acquire eBay. Um, he does want to be CEO for both organizations. He the article says confirmed. I'm going to say uh, professes, um, seems to say, and we are meant to believe that he has not pulled any money from GameStop's finances for the purchase, and then kind of shits on eBay by saying that uh, it'll be better when he manages it because it'll be managed more efficiently. Um, yeah, I believe in eBay's business. I wasn't passionate about GameStop. That's the difference. Um, what do you have to say about this, my guy?
uh, first of all, with the get selling of the treasure trove, like literally like an entire, I can remember I was watching Game Informer Super Replay, and they would take out some sort of like uh uh fucking random game like Blue Stinger,
Yeah,
out of the fucking out of the
yeah,
fucking treasure trove they have, right, and play it on there, like selling this selling this collection so it can become like like so they can inflate the price can be inflated on a bunch of fucking shit that's out there, honestly, in there, despicable stuff. And also, this motherfucker loves attention.
yeah,
Like, remember
yeah,
the interview from last week
yeah,
where
yeah,
he like he's just like, I don't even know what to call it. Either buckling under the pressure or he's hot. He's like fucking staring off into space, high as shit,
yeah,
like going, I don't know what you're talking about. It says it right on my T-shirt that we have the funds to pay this by taking a certain percentage from here, and then we pay for eBay, and that's it. That's all that's going on. I don't know what. And then these people are asking him, how will you pay for it?
yeah, and he
But
just
like,
won't
what are
answer the
those
question.
specifics?
He won't
He
answer
just
the
won't
question.
answer it. He
Yeah,
just stonewalls, and he looks. He
he's like
guarantee he's not
pissed.
even looking at the screen.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's like pissed.
yeah,
It's strange work.
yeah,
Absolutely strange work. And he also doesn't want to, like, this is a weird thing to say, man. I never wanted the eBay to be the CEO for GameStop. This motherfucker wants to like disband this company,
yeah,
and he can't.
yeah. He's trying to vulture capitalize it, but he can't do it.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
He want like, as soon as he buys eBay, he's trying to fold all this out into some sort of roundabout way. And honestly, I think he's trying to reap eBay. I don't trust him.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, if I were in charge of eBay, I cannot trust this guy.
yeah,
What are we doing?
yeah, yeah. I think uh I think he's trying to take Elon Musk's crown as the most annoying CEO on the planet. Um, I, I don't even, he's not, he can't do it. He doesn't have that motion. You know what I mean? Elon Musk is the kind of annoying where if he says something, everybody talks about how dumb it is. He is not, he doesn't have enough motion to be this dumb. And for people to like care. I think he has the sycophants that are convinced that the what is it, GME? I forget the name of the stock for GameStop, but they're trying to short squeeze the stock, and so they give him all the attention that he keeps trying to order, and I think that's making him that's he's like gassing himself up based off of that, but he doesn't have the
He is huffing.
yeah,
He is
yeah,
huffing.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
live on camera, he's huffing.
yeah.
I just can't see what the hell he's stinking up the room with.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But he doesn't have the fumes to make it across the finish line. So
No,
um
he got to do more on his shit. He got to start like going into Diablo, like the Diablo forums and going, look at my build. Look how this is good,
yeah,
right? This
yeah,
is
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
You like this?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. He's just not, he needs to get on stage and be like, legalize comedy. Legalize comedy. Like Elon Musk did. And then maybe he'll start to get that motion. If Hassan Piker isn't gonna dunk on you on his stream, then you got zero movement, my guy. Get step your game up. Step your game up, bro. Embarrassing. Embarrassing.
You need to be on the whiteboard, bro. I
Exactly.
want to see you on the whiteboard.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Um yeah,
Gosh,
so
but
fuck
that's
that
both
guy.
very bad. Like is considering his statements. Oh, this is very bad for GameStop.
Yeah,
He wants
it's
to
not gonna go
disband this
well.
company.
Yeah, yeah,
He wants to be done with it. He
yeah.
wants to be done with it, or he's gonna give it away to someone else, and he's gonna do something drastic.
Yeah.
Not sure.
We'll see.
Yeah. So the the next, there's no easy way to segue into this.
Uh-huh.
There's no easy way.
Yeah.
But as I don't know if some people are familiar with The Sims and the history of sort of how The Sims works in sort of a mechanical sense and how patches sort of come about
Yeah.
uh, in The Sims. But every now and again, you gotta check up on The Sims
Yeah.
because they give you bangers like this. This is some rock paper shotgun. The title reads, like fleshy diaper wearing cars, infants in The Sims 4 have been, quote, tuned up, making them faster to feed and change, and it's easier to clean up their poop.
You got to read the byline, the subheader too. Yeah, that one's
Oh, yeah, yeah. The
yeah,
Sims now also dance just once a
very
day.
important. Very important.
Once a day, they restricted them. You don't get to dance more than once a day. You're not doing no waltz. You're not doing no bachata. You're no none of that. You gotta choose one. You gotta choose one today.
You are not cha cha sliding. Also on the playlist of songs that get white people turned. By the way, just to do a little callback
They
there.
do. The last wedding I was at, they played Cha Cha Slide, and then they put they put like some reggaeton to get people, the two different people at the fucking function turned up. That's the truth.
The one that always gets me is what's the one about uh the the one with about the midnight train and going anywhere.
God, what
You
is
know the one that's
this?
like um uh, uh, just a small town girl. That one. Don't stop
Slow
believing. Don't
down.
stop believing.
Don't. Okay, okay.
Don't stop.
Journey.
Don't stop believing.
Yeah.
White people go fucking crazy for "Don't Stop Believing." Oh my, two notes, and they're on the floor. They're losing their
John
minds.
Bon Jovi, Journey, whatever, man. They love it. They love it. They love it. They get. I hear those fucking dress shoes clapping,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. Um,
God damn.
so Sims patches have always been, I feel, infamous in a way. Um, and this is definitely one of the better ones that I've seen. One of the notes says changing an infant's diaper at the changing table. Changing and table both have the first letter capitalized. Takes about a third less time than it used to. I'm at who's the because I do a little bit of computer work. It's more or less been my career for the past almost 20 years. Um, I wish to be a fly on the wall or a fly really on the desk of the engineer who had to do the mathematical calculations, who had to change the numbers on the changing table technology in The Sims 4. That's got to be fun. You're like sifting through. I mean, I don't even know how many lines of code the Sims 4 has,
Jesus
probably
Christ.
hundreds of that, if not millions, like because it's just built on top of previous game after previous game after previous game, and it's a life sim, so there's a ton of stuff to keep track of. And he's like commenting him. He's like backslash backslash, changing table speeds too slow previously, reduced by 30%, and then pushing
How many
that.
times you think they gotta watch that anime to,
Yeah,
to, to
yeah,
gauge
yeah.
it?
Syncing it up. They gotta work with the graphics team, the motion, like the graphics capture team. Like, all right, you're gonna have to like slow down the animation itself to make it look more natural for the 30% change, uh, and so on and so forth. I mean that's good stuff. And I would
Oh
assume
my god.
that working on The Sims 4, like a lot of live service titles, very like I would say obviously no job is secure in a world in a country without labor unions and no day of layoffs, but that seems like a pretty stable sort of uh position to be having, because you just go in and you're like, how what crazy shit are we gonna make the Sims do next? Like that seems like it'd be fun. I would love to meet somebody who works on the Sims at the ground floor, and see what that's like.
Yeah, there should be like a give me like a no clip on The
Yeah,
Sims.
that'd be sick. Maybe we
Oh
can get somebody
man, that'd
on.
be
I'll
sick.
find out. That'd be fun. That'll be fun. I mean, I know some
That'd be
people,
sick.
but we'll see.
The last I because The Sims is interesting to me. What like just like Civ games as to when they put out like titles,
Yeah,
because we heard about The Sims 5 like 3 years ago. Like, oh, it's happening at some point.
yeah,
At some point.
yeah,
And I'm like, deciding when you have done it again, like, okay, we did it again, what do we do now? Like games like Civ and
yeah.
Crusader Kings and Civ, like these games go on so long and they're so iterative that you just like, what do you look at this and you go, okay, what's the next gimmick to start from zero with and piss the least amount of people off?
Mm.
Like, oh, because you're gonna piss people off because you're going, well, we have to
Buy
jump,
everything
we have to
again.
make the jump,
Buy everything again. Yeah,
you have to buy it again,
yeah,
you have to buy it again. I'm sorry.
yeah,
It's so interesting to me to see every time they make these decisions, what happens. And like I know for at least for Paradox, like I know sometimes the cost seems so high when how much people you lose on that front, right?
yeah.
Until because they go, yeah, I'll just wait through 4 years
Yeah,
or three
but
years.
there's two
I
camps
don't
of
have
people.
to.
There's two camps of people though. There are the people you're mentioning, and then there are the people who only buy one video game a decade and then buy all of the microtransactions, and it's the only video game they play for their entire lives, and it's The Sims. You know what I mean? Those are the two camps,
Sure,
and I would assume they're
sure.
getting more money from my cousin Layla, who is literally that person. She's like, "Hey, have you?" Literally, we never talk about video games, and then I get a text, and it's just like, "Oh, you played The Sims 4?" When that came out, and I assume I won't hear back from her about anything video game related until The Sims 5 gets like a trailer. That's probably where their bread's being buttered. Um, and I would assume once they
I
run out of
guess
money
so.
from those people, that's when they're like, okay, time to make the new one. I don't know
Time to make the
where
new
you
one.
go with The Sims 5 though. Um, when
The
Sims,
the last thing I saw was like multiplayer. Is
that would
they
do it.
want to have
That would do it.
multiplayer.
Multiplayer, and then maybe kind of capitalize. I feel like user generated assets and stuff like that is kind of the move lately. Tomodachi Life, the clear indicator of this. It's been very
Yeah.
fun seeing our art friends, drawing Wawa sandwiches as food, and like yaoi romance novels and shit like that, and putting them into the game, and
Absolutely.
more importantly for these businesses, sharing them online. uh God, if Musk didn't fuck up Twitter, do you know how much, like, how all the crazy Tomodachi Life shit we'd be seeing right now, because it was easier to like share your screenshots. There are people in our
Yeah.
Discord who are like, yeah, I'm gonna put the pictures up eventually, but it's fucking annoying to take screenshots off of my
Yeah.
Switch, so you probably won't see him for a while. And I completely understand, because that shit's annoying. If I were
Yeah,
in,
every time I have to do something for the craft doc,
yeah,
I do the Nintendo Switch app, upload to Nintendo Switch app, go to
no,
Nintendo Switch app, go to my doc share, or go to my craft app, and then copy paste and then format
God,
into the squares on iPad. You know, like
yeah, it's a
it's.
nightmare. It's a nightmare. Um, but I digress. This next story is very interesting to me. The headline is that 62% of hardcore video game players no longer buy full price games, according to a survey. With the added knowledge being that older players are the least likely to buy full price games. So to give the nitty gritty, in a sense, 38% of millennials who are now apparently aged 30 to 44, go fuck yourselves, for reminding me of that. And 42% of Gen Z, which is 14 to 29, said that they still buy full price games, but only 20% of Gen Xers, which is 46 and over, said that they would buy a full price game. And so, uh, yeah, I feel like there's a lot to dig into here, or to think about, I guess you could say. Some of the other notes that I thought were interesting were at the bottom of this article from the Video Games Chronicle. Gen Xers use Google search. They be Googling for new games, whereas millennials, 85% of millennials use YouTube to discover new games, and then Gen Z it says prioritizing social media, but I'll tell you where it is. It's on TikTok. They see games get posted on TikTok, and that's where shit blows up. That's where like the culture picks up a game. And then this obviously more obvious. Gen X loves them some single player. Gen Z loves them some multiplayer. Millennials are split. Um, Gen Z more likely to be motivated by games because of customization or community content, kind of like what we just mentioned. Whereas the old heads will only really come back to a game to like 100% it or master it. Um, yeah, stuff like that. I also saw, I think they mentioned that Gen Z looks up game guides, millennials look at maps, and then which I think is really funny. Uh, and then pretty much everybody skeptical of AI for discovery, which is pretty funny. So, yep.
There are some, yeah, they're interesting. I think I found the social media, like YouTube is social media,
I would
really. I
argue
don't
that's the
really
case. Yeah.
the distinction is a little rote.
Yeah, I would agree with
I
that.
would say
Yeah.
it is social media. Gen Z protest social media. I'm assuming this is a bundle of apps they have
Yeah.
sort of have under the umbrella there.
Yeah.
TikTok, Instagram, so on and so forth. The more text based ones is what they mean, perhaps,
Yeah. Yeah.
possibly.
Mhm.
But I think it's interesting. This one is. What does this mean? I guess because when I went to look at the survey on IGN, there, Generation X and Millennials are more likely to return to games in order to complete or master them,
Mhm.
while Gen Z are more motivated by new customization or community content. Now, I think user generated content has always been kind of like if you were in sort of in such a way of there have always been mods if you're on the PC market.
Yeah.
Right. If you're on the PC market, there's always been mods. Have games sort of given way for more user generated content as of recent? Yes, but predominantly that's still sort of the PC domain where user generated content is over here. And like that sort of upkeep and community sort of contribution as it were is still on this platform primarily.
Mhm.
And if that's what they mean, I think that means more PC users than there used to be. Or Gen Z is what I assume this means.
Yeah, I think that could be the case. I think it might the immediate distinction honestly might be the kind of stuff that you can build within the game itself, as opposed to um like a modded game. Um I don't I we don't really have like the clear terms. But you are right. That's always been the case that we love us some modded shit. Um, but you don't need a mod Roblox, you know what I mean, other than the mod that removes the ability to talk to child predators, which should be installed into every version of Roblox. And you would do that by right clicking Roblox, go to add or remove programs, and then uninstall. Um,
And on that note, I wonder if is there a significant portion of this? I wonder the Roblox would be an outsized influence on and is skewing percentages in a certain
for
way,
sure.
right?
Yeah, for sure. Because, if you ask, like, what games do you play, or even how many games do you play, that would be a defining factor. Is like, yeah, like if they just play Roblox, or or they just play Fortnite, which also has a bunch of user generated content, stuff like that. I think that does lead to a higher proportion of that specific um, type of thing with like user generated content. Uh,
Mm.
yeah, I would assume that you never want to take these types of surveys immediately at face value. A lot of the times, it's very similar to like reading a horoscope, where you look at it and it's like, I mean, I guess that describes me too. Um, so um, yeah, but with that being said, it is interesting, particularly the pricing stuff. 62% absolutely makes sense to me as far as not wanting to buy full price games. There's no reason to. Whenever a game comes out, like the worst time to buy a game outside of like um you know multiplayer stuff, because you want to get in on the ground floor. You want to be able to play Invincible when the infinites are still there, and you can use those to like climb the ladders super fast. But besides that, the worst time to buy a game is the day it comes out. Nowadays, every day after that, it gets patched, it gets more content added to it, it gets refined, and so and it gets put on discount on top of that. So it's like, why would I pay full price for something that'll be better later? I know I can certainly attest to that being the case for me. Especially anything that's like over $20, significantly less likely. Like, you really got to give me something. It's got to be Neo 3 levels of anticipated for me to be able to um, pay full price from the jump. So
Yeah, I think the it's skewing. So like the jump for 38%, and then I didn't actually expect 42% Gen Z to still be buying full priced games in that way. But I do wonder um what the full price distinction is. Does full price mean that the game is $50 to $70, or does it mean that there is no discount on release, as it were, and you're buying it on release, and that means that they're buying cheaper games, but just on sort of a release on like a
would
release
I
schedule
would
day.
assume it's based on discount, right? That has to be. I have to assume that that's the case, because yeah, you'd be shifting the numbers too much if you didn't. Um, and with that being said, I think that makes sense, because I feel like they said, what, 42% of Gen Z said they'd buy
Yeah.
full price games. I would assume subsequently that a full price game to a Gen Zer is going to be like peak, you know what I mean? 7.99, as opposed to uh, I don't whatever $60 single player over the shoulder action RPG narrative game from Sony is coming out that year. Um,
This is if this is at all indicative of wider trends,
mhm.
this is very bad for Sony.
Yeah, that's not good. It's not good at all. But I mean, the industry is kind of cratering right now anyway, so that's not super. Um, it's not super surprising, right? Like, that this is just one more indication. I mean, and look, like, I guess we can just we don't really need to go over the whole story, but this is a good time to bring it up. As of this recording, they just bumped up the Switch 2's price by $50 across I think all, yeah, every area. Um,
Every region, Japan has lines out the door
yeah,
for
because
people rushing to buy the Switch before the price
yeah,
increase.
and it's coming out, or that change is happening sooner for them as well, which explains that mad dash in a way. Um, so everything's just getting more expensive, not just with video games, but also the outside world, the average groceries and so on and so forth. So um, yeah, it is not a good time to be buying a game at full price. And
And
yeah,
that brings us to our next story.
this is
Quite honestly,
insane. Please go ahead so that I can start screeching.
so as we mentioned, $50 to $70 games, the sort of raising of the Overton window. Uh, this is also from Video Games Chronicle. Um, Rockstar should raise GTA 6's price for the good of the entire industry, says Bank of America analyst. Um, so and this is like a published by Bank of America. This is an event in Las Vegas. Um, Take Two did not like talk and endorse any sort of price increase or anything formally, but they have said that the price of this is the long sort of parroted point that the price of video games has fallen over time, considering video game costs as it were. But let's not account for where the money's going or whatever. But you know in this, they say, uh, we think it's in Take Two's self interest as a publisher and partner to many developers to raise the price point for the entire industry. And I want to read this other line. It says, last year, analyst Matthew Ball of Epleon claimed that there was hope, I want to stress, he said, a hope among figures in the games industry that GTA 6 could cost up to $100 so that other companies could raise their default prices as well amid global inflation and swelling AAA development costs. Um, this is and there's more here, like long lampooned analyst Michael Pachter is here as well. We be shitting on Michael Pachter. I think I've been shitting on Michael
Hate
Pachter
that
for
guy.
like
He's
as
so
long as
fucking
his
stupid. God, I wish I had his job. I just get to be wrong about things and I get paid. Brother, I'm wrong about things for free. I'm dumber than him for not turning that into an industry.
So I'm confident this won't happen because Michael Pachter is saying it would
Of
happen.
course.
Um, but the CEO did respond on this point. He said this is a CEO, Strauss Zelnick, who's been very vocal the last few
Yeah, he's
weeks,
been yapping
which
because the
I
trailer's coming
assume
out like next
the
week.
trailer's coming pretty soon, I
Yeah, yeah,
think.
yeah,
Saying consumers, quote, pay for the value that you bring to them, and our job is to charge way, way, way less of the value delivery. How you feel about something you buy is the intersection of the thing itself and what you pay for. Consumers need to feel like the thing itself is amazing and the price they were charged was fair for what they got. This says nothing. He is evading the question. It would make too much news.
yeah, yeah,
The tacit admission, just going, yeah, I've talked to people in the industry. They want you to raise this shit to the fucking highest level you can,
yeah,
so we can charge as much as possible. Like, unfortunately, as much as you don't give a shit about you may not give a shit about GTA if you're looking at
yeah.
listening to this
It's
podcast.
actually more
It is
likely
one
than
of the
not
most important things, unfortunately,
in
that we have
entertainment.
to pay attention to
Yeah,
for we because of
yeah,
this.
yep. Stuff like this will have an immediate impact on the industry as a whole. Um, yeah, Big of America saying that is like a lion saying that there should be more gazelles uh, that are like incapacitated in front of the lion's den, so to speak. Um, it's more on the nose than the live action Pinocchio film. Uh, wild work. But, I said it, I believe, last week. They don't fear us enough. And that's why they're being so brazen as of late. They have nothing to be afraid of. They are currently, I mean, if corporations are people, then they're currently like in the Garden of Eden as far as what they're allowed to get away with and do, given the current political climate, the current administration in America in particular. So fuck it, why not? Why don't we just say the quiet part out loud? What are you gonna do about it? Not buy Grand Theft Auto 6? You fucking sheep. You're gonna do it anyways, clown. Um, yeah.
Oh god, this is bad. They are like the this is like the line. They are salivating at the fucking mouth for this thing to happen. And if I were Strauss Zelnick, I'm like, I am not throwing myself on the sword to see if this
No,
does well.
no.
You
Why
know.
does he? He's like, I'm not gonna be the Marie Antoinette in this instance. Why the fuck would I do that? We're about to drop the what will immediately be the best-selling and likely highest-rated video game of all time. I'm not fucking that bag up by being like, you know what? I mean, well, if Bank of America says it, yeah, I mean, fuck, $80, 110. Let's go, baby. Let's do it right now.
Let's do it.
Uh,
Let's do it. I bet you that like the way to get to that price point nowadays is to here's the physical and it's a limited edition. It's $100.
Dog,
Look, we gave you a little statue.
the
Here you
Forza, the
go.
digital version of Forza Horizon 6's highest like version, deluxe or whatever, is $120. That lets you play the game 3 day or 4 days before its full release. That is a
Deus
digital.
Ex Deus Ex Human Revolution stunt one of the worst to ever
Yeah,
do it into one of the worst. Unfortunately, they were so early, but
yeah.
they paved the way. They're like, okay, they'll be less mad about it
The
now.
one
They'll be
thing
less
that
mad
they're
about it now.
known for now. Because God knows nobody actually played or bought that game. Um, but yeah, um, you are correct. That is the way you do it. Also, I think what these dumbass companies don't seem to understand is that even if you could sell GTA 6 for $80 or even $100, you could get away with it, but you can only get away with it because it's GTA 6. And now these fucking companies are trying to do that other shit, this shit with other games, like what was this the sequel to that one the Microsoft game from Obsidian,
The Outer Worlds too.
yeah,
Yeah, they
they
backed up.
backed down.
They walked back that.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
absolutely backed the fuck
immediately
down.
they said, they were like, okay, sorry, we're sorry, our hubris you know became, it got the better of us. We won't let that happen again. So yeah, it's just, it's not going to happen for anything else anyways. So by that criteria, it would actually not be better for the entire industry. It would make everything worse. Not just for the consumer, but for the companies who will think that because Grand Theft Auto 6 is $100, they're like, we can make our game, $100 too, or $80 too. That's not going to happen. Only other company that could get away with it is Nintendo, because Nintendo fans will fucking they'll literally purchase Shigeru Miyamoto's worn boots to huff them directly for 3 grand. So that's not exactly the litmus we want to be working off of.
If I'm like if I'm Ubisoft and I'm seeing this talked about, I'm shaking in my boots.
Yeah,
Because if this happens and Ubisoft thinks they could do it,
they're dead.
that company is
They're dead.
fucked.
They're dead. It's over. It's Jover even. Yeah. Yeah.
It's fucked.
Yeah.
Like fucking. I want to hear those you squeak right out the door with them SpongeBob boots. It's over, man. Like they can't. They you can't get like if I'm a developer, I'm like, please God, don't let this happen.
I
Please
love it. I
God,
like my
because if
job.
this shit.
Like, come on. Yeah,
Good
yeah,
Christ. Good Christ. But yeah, we have to pay, unfortunately, close attention, even if you don't like anything Rockstar's doing.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. Really
All
interesting
right.
how.
So,
Sorry, just last
uh,
note. I just find it interesting. Um, there is this claim that um, the game criticism industry is not affected like by hype or anything, and I don't think that's true. I think Rockstar is proof of that. That Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to get a a ton of 10 out of 10s that it doesn't earn based purely on the fact that either the publications are have bought into the hype, or more something I'm more forgiving of. They don't want their like offices to get firebombed. So they're just like, just fucking give them a 10 out of 10. Who cares? Everybody who's gonna buy it is gonna buy it anyways. Uh, and I'm curious to see, one, what it's gonna be like when that happens, and two, how people are going to feel about the game a year on. Because when Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, everybody was glazing that game like we were at a goddamn Dunkin' Donuts. And then a year later, everybody caught up with me specifically because I thought that it wasn't that good from the jump. And we're like, actually, yeah, it kind of controls like dog shit, and you don't really get to do anything fun, and the animations are way too long, and blah, 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 blah. And so we'll see. Um, Grand Theft Auto 6 might not even get that because it's Grand Theft Auto, but whatever. I miss San Andreas, man. Anyways, what's the next story? Oh,
uh,
this one's fun. This one's fun.
fun?
No. Well,
Fun?
eh.
So the next thing here is we're back to Sony. Fortunately or unfortunately, this is from Kotaku. Sony records a new 560 million loss on Bungie acquisition as Marathon struggles and
God
Destiny 2
damn.
nosedives.
God
Um,
damn.
this is so like this doesn't, to get into the specifics, this doesn't mean that like they in a sort of like a sense of what the value they bought on Bungie foolhardily and stupidly
Mm-hmm.
in terms of the 3 billion. This is a loss on
Yeah.
that, but not necessarily. They're not telling us the true financials of what it is Marathon and Destiny 2 have sort of sold in the past year or so.
Yeah.
That's they're not telling us that, but it doesn't mean good things for what they think the valuation and
Yeah.
of their
Yeah.
purchases.
I think something that a lot of gamers end up thinking, and this is giving me a headache because I took my glasses off as I'm saying this. Um, a lot of capital G gamers really like to think that they're like Fox News financial analysts whenever these kinds of numbers come out. And what I will say is, this is not a good number. This is a very bad number.
No.
It is actually an inconceivable number. Like, I can't like picture what $560 million looks like in a warehouse of money. It's hard. That being said, the people who are sitting here being like, okay, oh man, Bungie's gonna shut down, Marathon's gonna get shut down, like all that shit. That's not how that works. That's not how that works because they did make an investment. They still want that return. What do they get out of
Yep.
closing Bungie with the money they've spent? When EA buys the Dead Space developers and then shutters them, that's because the Dead Space developers were like a fucking rounding error on EA's
Yeah.
on the EA books. That's still a horrible thing to do. I'm just saying, that's the reason, they got turned around so quickly. But Sony is not going to put that much money in and then just be like, well, I guess that's it. What is shutting them down do? That doesn't even make any sense. It would make more sense to make Bungie a support studio and keep, that investment so that they can have the the first person shooting and every other first person shooter they release feel like God's hands themselves have come down and blessed you. than it would be to shut them down. It makes no sense. It's ridiculous. And a lot of it is just um, people who had like gamers whipping themselves up into this hate boner frenzy where they just want to see a company lose. And I don't get that. um, it's bad. Like people will lose their jobs and the industry will be worse off for it. BioWare, bit of a Freudian slip. Bungie is a titan of the industry. It's like it'd be akin, in my opinion, to like losing Sega. Like if Sega shut down. Granted, they're not putting out Sega's output, but the impact that they've had on video games, just as a whole, as like an art form, is not to be uh, discarded just because they've had a couple, shitty expansions for some MMO. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, like people, I like some of the hate boner that is sort of fueling for Bungie is in light of, I suppose, its plagiarism
Oh, that's true. That's
things,
bad. Yeah.
and the unfortunate sort of like frustration Destiny fans have with Destiny over the like sort of late years, I guess.
Yeah.
But what I would say to that is that there's a lot more people than that at Bungie,
Yeah.
and like I have to say, like, do a clean house, I guess, in a good
Get
way,
rid of
because
that
it's clearly
management.
Bungie has a problem.
Yeah.
I think because they keep Bungie has a fucking problem with that shit. They need to fix that shit.
Yeah.
But like, the Bungie going down would be like catastrophic in terms of morale
Yeah.
for this for this industry.
Yeah.
Like, you do not feel good if you see Bungie go down,
Yeah.
no matter what.
No, everybody
Um,
loses.
Unfortunately, so like, yeah, it's a bad number, and Sony has to recoup. So they're just, I'm sorry, Sony, you're a fucking idiot. Well, I don't know what the fuck you were on when Pete Parsons was whispering in your ear about what the hell this company's worth, and then ran off with the money
God damn.
and whatever, however many cars he
Straight
has. But
villain, bro.
Jesus Christ, man! Like, I couldn't fucking believe it when it happened. I was like, what? What? This company is not worth this much. What are you doing? Absolutely baffling stuff, but you put yourself in this position, Sony. You have no one to blame but yourself.
Well earned. Well earned.
Um, well earned. Yeah, that's the earning that Rockford was talking about, I suppose.
Maybe if they make the
But
next
good lord,
Destiny $100, that'll fix everything.
that yeah, that'll fix it.
For sure.
The take my money expansion, right? That's the one. Oh yeah,
My favorite.
it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So this next one here is moving on to another platform holder, I suppose, in a
Yeah,
way.
no, I would agree with that.
Um, this is from Video Games Chronicle as well. Indie dev says Steam's blocking their game for IP infringement, even though it's their own IP. This is a developer, Daikichi. They're working on a game called Wired Tokyo 2007. It's like a 3D action game sort of thing. It's very indie, honestly. And the thing that happened here is that they were trying to release a demo on Steam, but Steam blocked it
Yep.
for, quote, intellectual property from third parties. But the thing that was happening is that the developer was referencing their own previous game in the environment called Dino Stone.
Yeah.
And apparently, like, the Steam is just turned into YouTube at this point, with the ability to change careers at will and kind of do whatever they please. This is becoming sort of an unfortunate theme around Steam in light of the sort of PayPal payment processor fiasco from some months ago last year, and as well as I believe what the game was called Horses, the fiasco with Horses, where Horses was taken down from Steam for inexplicable reasons that they have never said were.
Yeah,
Um,
policy wise, they
and
do not reveal that information.
Yeah, and then was that game was put out subsequently on GOG. But Steam is sort of this portends bad things about where we're headed with Steam's power on the marketplace. They can just do what YouTube is doing now. Essentially, they can just go. It's like they've been doing this, to be clear, for a long time, but it's getting more and more the library is growing at a rate that they have never been able to keep up. One, but two, their lack of human moderation is showing well in well stark relief now. Like we're getting to the point that people are like, yeah, it's my video, man. It's like my like we're like YouTube shit from like 2015.
Yeah.
you know, yeah, I don't think this means very good things for the future of the platform. I think you're going to run into a lot of things, especially if they start for some reason going to some sort of like forbid AI like scanning of
That would be
game
bad, yes.
assets or something.
Yeah. Um,
You know.
so, uh, I, I mean, so I will say, I agree with everything you just said. Um, it doesn't seem like that applies to this case specifically. And to give the context around that, um,
Yeah. Yeah.
for people who do not know, my sister um, graduated from law school at some Ivy League, the name of which I forgot, and which she will probably yell at me about whenever she gets around to listening to this episode. Anyways,
Oh.
because it's one of the ones in New York. I think there's two. Um, anyways, I actually had her look at the details of this quote unquote case because her specialty actually is in IP law. Um,
Mm.
and so she was basically like, uh, from a like legal standpoint, Valve has basically done what they have to do to protect themselves from a very long and strenuous lawsuit. And she actually showed me a case with a website that I've never even heard of that I will now send you here, called Court Listener, um, where this very thing happened. A guy sued Valve because they were distributing a game which was based on his movie. It got dragged on through court for 2 years before Valve won because the person who did that suing didn't actually have the rights to the movie. So he was basically just like bluffing. And now he's appealing that. So uh, her point was basically just like the goal is to limit your exposure to this sort of thing from happening as much as possible. And so, in the instance of this game, where the indie developer made both games, Dino Stone is a physical board game that was published by Cleos Inc. But the game that is trying to be put on Steam, Wired Tokyo 2007, that is a digital game being published by someone else. Um, but there's like, asset sharing and things like that between the two, obviously, because it's the same developer. Um, and that's where Valve is like, okay, well, we need proof that you are the owner of both of these things. Her other point was it's effectively like it wouldn't be that hard to reverse this sort of thing because all that Valve would need is like a paper trail of the work that's been done in order to effectively just like prove that they did it, um, and that'd be it. And so, but I think I would also. She also said that bringing this stuff up and drumming up uh, people's ability to see this sort of thing will make it easier to like get that turned around faster. And she also told me that apparently she in a class they talked about Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz because
Ah,
in Hot Fuzz, Simon and Nick they watch Shaun of the Dead, but Edgar Wright and everybody who shows up in that clip had to sign off on the usage of the clips, even though it was literally the clips of their own movie, and that was like used as an example of how weird but protective IP rights can get. All of that spiel being said,
okay.
Valve is a mega corporation. I genuinely don't like the stranglehold they have on PC gaming. That shit sucks. And I do think that you're right that I this still does feel like AI flagged in a way because I feel like if they did enough digging on their own, like if a human looked into this, I feel like they wouldn't have been so quick to just like shoot from the hip and be like, this isn't happening. But unfortunately, the burden of proof does end up going to this creator, which again would not
Yeah.
happen if Valve wasn't such an annoying ass mega corporation. I want to make that clear. There will be no Gabe glazing, gablazing, you could say, on this podcast.
Kablow!
Yeah. Fuck him. Fuck his yachts. Um, and make sure that you take pictures of and your teacher said show your work for a reason. Keep that shit on you. So that was the whole
Absolutely,
plot of
absolutely.
Glass Onion. Sorry, go ahead.
Ah,
I mean, it was part of the plot. I'll say that.
it's part of the plot. It's part of the plot. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I think. Yeah. It's interesting. Yeah. The burden of proof does lie with him. It is. It. Yeah. He would have to. I bet you it's. I mean, if I were to think about how much it would cost, I got to be honest. I don't even know who exactly he has to. Like from what. Probably someone from his country. I'm assuming
Yeah.
you would hope. But like it is interesting to think. I guess the publishers were little enough that no one probably went, "Hey, you should probably do this."
Well,
I'm assuming small enough publishers, right?
yeah. I mean, my sister was like, if he could also get like a statement of confirmation from the publisher of the board game, that would be enough.
Okay.
She was actually like, I don't know why he's saying that he needs like a lawyer's note. There's no need for that. That you'd be like spending money for no reason. You just if you were able to get that, like literally just a document that's like notarized that says this guy did this game and has access to these assets and yada yada yada, um, then he's good to go. And that would work because the publisher is like a third party. It's not a Obama giving themselves a medal situation. She was basically like if he was like self-publishing it under a different like a different company and there was like no one else involved, it would actually make it more difficult. Yeah, that's basically what she said. But
It's
um,
interesting. I guess that would be. I mean, I think the answer is that he's saying that because most people don't know.
yes, exactly.
I work as a I work as a legal assistant, and the kinds of questions
Yeah,
that
yeah, no, 100%.
concerning legalese, they just don't know it. If, quite frankly, at all.
Yeah,
Like. to that to nth degree. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, at the end of it, I
this is
was
just
like,
the
maybe
assumption
you can
from
get in
it.
touch with him. Let him know. She speaks Japanese too, so uh, I need to stop.
Maybe.
I need to stop talking about my sister because I'm like, I know people are gonna be listening to this and be like, why isn't she doing this fucking podcast? She sounds significantly more accomplished than you.
It's great. Hey, we call for assists. This
Yeah,
is a
yeah,
Marvel
yeah. Thank
game.
you.
This is
Yeah,
a
yeah,
Marvel
yeah,
game
yeah.
like any other.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But unfortunately, I can't loop into an infinite with my assist, unlike in our favorite game, Invincible. You know what I should do? Every time that I say Invincible on this podcast, I'm gonna put in the fucking sound cue from the title card.
Oh my god.
And people won't understand why until this moment. That's gonna be hilarious.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. We have to head to another platform holder
Yes.
here.
It's the
Move on to
Xbox
another
corner,
platform.
baby. Third week in
It's
a
the
row.
Xbox. Do Israel. Do.
Yeah.
Uh,
True. It's true. It's true.
I'm gonna flag all the AI shit on that. So Xbox, under Xbox's purview, there's a certain company of which I talked about last week, Double Fine.
Yeah. I go.
And Double Fine, this is more of a feel good story. This is unionized, actually.
Yippee! Yippee!
And so
Hooray!
yes, so as of it was May, it was like this past week here, May 6th, 7th.
Hey, you did it too!
That
You did it too! You did it too! You
Oh
did it too! Let's
shit!
go! Let's go! It
Shit!
wasn't just me!
No! No! Yeah. You know what? Fuck the osmosis of language.
Yeah, yeah,
Fuck
yeah,
that.
yeah. Go ahead,
Fuck
buddy.
that.
Got
Fuck
excuses.
that. That's not an excuse. That's not an excuse at all. This is the natural transfer and sort of dissemination of language at work,
All right, all right.
live on air.
Okay.
All right.
So on May 6th or 7th, what happened?
But yes, they making a push to unionize. That's with the CWA. That's the Communications Workers of America. The union includes a total of 42. And this is they did file to make this sort of like actual like recognition.
Yeah.
They filed like a petition with the National Labor Relations Board. That's the NLRB, to secure like actual union representation as well.
Yeah.
The CWA has sort of worked with Microsoft before. I don't know to the extent of the sort of effectiveness of severance and so on and so forth, since Microsoft has laid off like thousands.
Yeah.
Since multiple companies have come under the purview of the CWA.
Yeah.
But hopefully it has helped at least secure sort of good leaves and layoffs there that are at least more in favor of
The worker.
the employee there.
Yeah.
An interesting note from this is that, and I didn't know about this, is that they like the neutrality agreement that Microsoft has expired, and they haven't signed a new one.
Yeah.
Neutrality agreement here means that, as far as I've read it, it means that Microsoft will not intervene.
Yeah.
As it were.
Yeah.
But they haven't signed a new one, which does worry me.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah. They've been slow to, recognize these unions and like formally ratify their contracts, so to speak. They need to get on that quick, or we're gonna be standing outside their offices again, because we also did that for the Israeli strike. So we'll carry two signs.
Two signs, I suppose. And one of the things I remember about it was with other companies is that Phil Spencer was. I remember statements about him. This was like a point of contention at some point, where Phil Spencer was on sort of a record going, yeah, we're not going to interfere there. We're just going to let them unionized and so on. Like this was the kind of thing he had to sort of see over,
Mhm.
and I do wonder what Sharma's
Yeah,
view here
yeah, I am.
is.
I think I don't know if it was purposeful or not, but I think Double Fine's timing is very fortuitous here because you are kind of forcing this new CEO who we have described ourselves that really wants to prove themselves and show that they're going to be a good fit, for this company and for the people who are watching. And now she has to sit there and be like, okay, well, do I let this happen? Am I the one who has to ratify these contracts now? And that is cool for uh, for Double Fine because I think that puts pressure on this new person, and provides an opening, possibly even for the other unions that are still waiting on Microsoft to get off of its ass, and you know do what they're supposed to do.
Is Playground? I don't even know. Is Playground unionized?
I don't
And over
know. I don't
there,
know which one. I can't
yeah, I
remember
don't
which ones are like officially confirmed or not, to be honest.
because yeah, they just had layoffs
Oh,
as
okay, so
well.
probably not.
So
Or if they are, I
uh,
don't know.
you know, yeah. So yeah. Hopefully this turns out for. Hopefully this is like a defensive move by Double Fine and not a reactionary thing to knowledge we don't know
Yeah, 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 yeah. I
about.
agree. I agree. That's what we'll be waiting on in the future. I don't think they're in too much trouble, to be honest. Their output is high quality. Their costs are low. I just don't. I'd be shocked, but you know, I've been shocked before. There's a story.
Before.
There's a story after this next one that I also didn't think would happen and ended up happening. So don't listen to me.
So the next is we're still on Xbox here. It's the Xbox. You should have expected this. Is that Xbox is no longer developing Copilot for consoles. So
Yes.
we had gotten a report not too many weeks
Yeah,
ago
we
that
discussed
Project
this.
Helix was sort of gonna be AI focused and was gonna have Copilot in there. It was gonna be the whole shebang. Um, it's clear that they are the will to move fast here is very concerted. Um, this was only a few weeks ago,
Hmm.
and this is already somehow in the tank. This is probably something that has been planned for
Yeah.
years. And it's already gone. At this point.
Yeah. So I think the main thing is that um, I think the main realization is that these companies are giving up trying to get people to like AI from a consumer level. So they're probably just fully pivoting to enterprise level instead at this point. I think they're just
Mm.
going to double down on that because you can't sell AI to a person because on average people hate AI. I literally just posted a video before this podcast about a lady at a commencement speech who talked about how AI is the next industrial revolution and everybody booed at her twice. So but you can definitely sell AI to enterprise because enterprise is filled with executives, and executives are fucking freaks who want to, replace you, uh, even though that's not feasible. It's what they want. So you may as well give the snake oil to the guy who really loves snake
The
oil.
other guy who also
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Who's also selling snake oil, exactly, but different brand, so they don't realize.
yeah, different
Labels
brand.
swapped.
Let me copy your homework.
Yeah, yeah,
Let me copy it a little
yeah.
bit.
Oh, go
Um,
ahead.
yeah, yeah. No, no. It's interesting. I wonder is the next like Copilot, and then the rumors that Microsoft is trying to cut back on this as well. Like, is this also part of a wider strategy? Like, is Microsoft actually going to step back from Copilot in this way?
Yeah,
And then Xbox is an extension of it, as Xbox is always an extension of Microsoft's dealings, but that just became less uh that just became more apparent. The in the last sort of years with Nadella and Spencer sort of cozying up because of the Activision acquisition.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think it is a concentrated effort overall. Um, God, I'm getting a spam call. What it's so cool how phone calls are just not a viable method of communication anymore because of this shit.
Nope.
Anyways,
I get them
um,
all the time.
um, yeah, it is a concerted effort overall, and we'll see where else it gets removed. Sometimes it's a bit of smoke and mirrors. I remember they were like, okay, we're taking Copilot out of Notepad, but all they did was change Copilot to just saying AI, not exactly, you know,
Yeah.
it's a lateral move. But in other instances, they have actively removed it. So we'll see um, where else this shows up for Microsoft. Again, looking like this new CEO trying to um, get back into people's good graces. I believe she said um, specifically that as part of the shift that she's making, which for anybody who doesn't know, whenever a new executive shows up in a company, I've seen this. Any manager who's there, they're gone. They're leaving. They're getting everybody's gets replaced by whoever that executive likes. That is what she's been doing. She's been promoting new people, and quote unquote, she said that as part of that shift, you'll see us begin to retire features that don't align with where we're headed. So, and I think that line is particularly important because it just means that she knows that this has nothing to do with video games and we should probably not do it. Which I agree. So, I ain't got nothing to say to
Fair
that. Yeah,
enough. Fair
yeah.
enough. Let's see you run the sprint,
Oh
Sharma.
my god! Don't say run the snow, please. Now I'm holding my head like Tetsuo, and but like the flashes are just like Jira boards.
um, we're finally
Oh
here.
my god!
We're
What
finally
a
here.
note to end on. This is gonna be good. What were the words
We're
that you
finally
used?
here.
Please, what were the words that actually? Let me just say first. Couple of weeks ago, we discussed some rumors about a Star Fox game coming out on the Nintendo Switch. And I don't know why I'm asking Al what words he used, but I was basically like, if this game is just Star Fox 64 remade again, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. And then Al said, if basically reiterating and said specifically, if this game is just a Star Fox 64 remade again, that would be disastrous. Uh, Go ahead, Al. Continue. What's the news story?
Uh, in the sort of wee hours of the evening, Nintendo decided to release a Star Fox Direct. Star Fox is worthy of a Direct now. It's the Star Fox Direct, and they decided that to sort of start with recapping on the Mario movie. Look, it's Fox in the Mario movie.
Doesn't he look
Did you like
great?
him?
Doesn't he look great? Doesn't he look great? He looks so great, doesn't he? Continue.
And hey, he looks nice. He looks nice. You like that? Okay, here's our new Star Fox thing. I hope you enjoy.
Uh-huh.
Hey guys, it's me again.
It's me, Star Fox
Hey,
64 again.
hey, it's me again. I know you miss me, baby.
Shut up.
I know it's been a while.
Got the R&B music going in the background. It's like, bow, bow,
Put Jadakiss on this.
bow.
Put Jadakiss on this. Thinking about freaking you.
She said she wants some Marvin Gaye. The little band drums, a little Star Fox, definitely set this party off right.
Well,
Well,
well.
well,
I can't.
well.
Well,
Yeah.
Star Fox is back in its purest, most concentrated form. The Nintendo 64, yet again.
Again.
Um, I, when I saw this, I the I posted it, right. I was like, I was watching this direct on at my lunch break, and then a notification popped up on my phone that said the Jeffrey Epstein note
Yeah.
has been revealed.
Yeah, the suicide note. Yeah.
And it set the tone for what was into a 2 minute video, 2 minutes into the video. Um, I the first time I watched it, I didn't care what I was seeing because I was
I gave
aghast.
up.
I
I couldn't
was
pay attention anymore when I once I realized what was happening. Yeah.
I was aghast. I was like, I can't believe I'm here again.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I can't believe nothing's new under the
Yeah.
sun. Literally, the sun that's in the fucking the cover of this game or something. Like it's I so this we said it before. We said it before last time, but the only reason this makes sense is because the next thing is a new thing. And that seems to be the
Yeah.
case. But I can't believe I'm here again.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a couple of thoughts. First of all, 10,000 years Star Fox 64. 10,000 years Star Fox 64. For anybody who doesn't know, this is the fifth remake. Um, yeah, this is the fifth remake of Star Fox 64. Because Star Fox Zero, in my opinion, if not a remake, a reimagining of Star Fox 64.
It's a
Yes.
reimagining of
So
yeah.
if you include that fifth time, technically Star Fox 64 is a remake of the first Star Fox on the SNES. So you could bump that number up higher. So that's the first thing. Okay. The second thing is I've seen people be like, "Well, Star Fox 64 is the only one that sold well." I don't fucking care. I don't care. I don't care because like you could literally make the exact same game as Star Fox 64, but with new cutscenes, new levels, maybe a new ship that you could fly around in. Call that Star Fox 2 or even Star Fox 65, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and it would probably sell just as well because if everybody likes Star Fox 64, everybody likes Pokemon too. That doesn't mean that they keep releasing Pokemon Yellow. They add a couple more of them little shits before they, punt it out a year before it probably should be released in a buggy and a grotesque state. Okay, if Game Freak can figure out that you're supposed to do a new thing when you make a new iteration of your game and you can't, then you're an embarrassment. You're an embarrassment. Okay. Third thing, everybody's like, oh, well, they have to bring Star Fox 64 back because this is going to be the reboot. And it has to, now that people are going to hop on Star Fox because of the Mario movie and they need to know the origins. The origins of fucking Fox McCloud, which, by the way, are explained in the Mario movie and probably will be explained again in the Star Fox movie that's going to fucking come out. Consider this. I'm losing my mind. And then you're like, oh well, we gotta bring Star Fox back because of the movie. Well, guess what? Guess what? That's not the same Star Fox, bro. That Star Fox ugly as shit. That Star Fox got hit by a car. That Star Fox is not mogging. He is not looks maxing. He's not mewing. Okay, his jaw is recessed. All right, his hair is receding. Okay,
You're about to do the John Mulaney RFK bit right now. With Star Fox's voice.
this nigga so ugly he got me talking like Andrew Tate, bro. No, 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 no. I can't. That's not even related. He's so ugly. Who is gonna watch the Mario movie and then be like, oh, I can't wait to play the new Star Fox, and then they see that grotesque thing, that taxidermied fox brought back to life. You're joking. You're joking. Star Fox NES, Star Fox N64, Star Fox N64 3D, Star Fox Zero, and then Star Fox again. I'm having a breakdown. I don't know why I keep saying I'm going to break down. I'm breaking down right now. This is a breakdown. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. You got me talking about like Stephen A. Smith, bro. You literally got me here out here yelling like Stephen A. Smith. I'm out here like the last time Star Fox was good was when he was in Star Fox 64 and he was on crack. Except it.
The last time the Star Fox was good was when the Chicago Bulls had movement, motion even.
They had motion. Except the current Fox is the Fox that looks like he's on crack. So,
do you? So I actually the design of them, it matters less to me.
Yeah,
like
it's just fun.
Slippy's too wet for my liking, but you know, I get why they looks like
you
that.
know, I was gonna say that 10,000 Years Star Fox was gonna be the podcast title, but Slippy's Too Wet for My Liking is much better. So thanks for that. Yeah. That's good. It's good. Write that down.
So you know, Slippy's Too Wet for My Liking, but it's of less consequence to me. I've heard a lot of takes and read a lot of things on this too, and the people who are above my age demographic that are ready to play this game again for some reason. What are you talking about, man? Have you what? What do you, I'm just gonna fucking shadow box with some podcasts I listen to. Like I got a shadow box here. What are you talking about? What are you actually talking about? Like every single one of the people who are going, you know, I'm down to play it again. Like, did you play Assault? Did you play Zero? Do you want to do it again? Are you for real? Like, do you like? Are you for real? Like, are you the person that wants FF7 remake to just be a remake? Is that you?
Yeah.
Is that you?
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to you if that's you. I gotta be honest. I gotta be honest with you. I don't want that to be the case.
Yeah. This is crazy, bro.
I understand the aesthetic. Honestly, like the first thing I thought of was if you know the game Mutant Year Zero.
Yeah, I do.
That's the first thing I thought of. I was like, oh, it looks like that.
Yeah, I can see
like that actually.
I can see it.
And sure, fine, whatever. But I'm playing the same. Like they literally say it in the trailer. The levels are unchanged.
Yeah,
we just put a little bit like we tweak mechanics and we put in your challenge, some challenges.
Yeah, it's a point of pride. It's a point of pride that they didn't change anything. Good enough to put in the direct. Like we should be happy.
We should be happy about. Why should I be happy about this? Like when you've already been remaking the game in different ways.
Yeah.
Why can't we move? This is the same horseshit of like when fighting game. Why can't I move forward? Why can't I move forward? You don't want to move forward.
Yeah.
Why can't I get past the fucking Lala
Wars? All over again. Huh? Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Like what are we doing, man? Yeah. Like I don't get it. I don't understand the inclination to do like that. Like I said it in the podcast, the only thing I can think of is training a fucking team to do something. Like a new one. Yeah. And to be honest, yes, I can admit that this is likely the reason, but it doesn't make me any less exasperated. Yeah. Because we've been doing this for so long. Like at least the new the thing that the Splatoon teamed on was they sort of cut their teeth on was Splatoon. And guess what? That's a franchise.
It's a new thing. It's a new thing.
That's a new thing. Like what are we doing here?
I think
to doing the same game again.
I think if people are like, oh well, you know, they got to get people back on board, or Star Fox 64 is the only thing that sells, then I'm gonna go back to my original point, which is that if we're that scared to move forward, if we don't know what to do with this series, then stop, give up. Use this money, use these resources, use this time on an IP that's dormant that you actually think could make some moves, you know, could get some motion in. Because if like Like, why? And then you say, oh, people are like, oh, well, it needs a gimmick. But Star Fox 64 has no gimmick, and it's been remade 5 times. But we can't get a new F Zero. We can't get a new Kid Icarus. Fuck, bring the Ice Climbers back, bro. Just stop doing this. I can't. I can't. I feel I'm like being. It feels like I'm being. I'm like being emotionally abused by Nintendo right now, bro.
I'm actually like slightly worried for what the new Star Fox game is, because they pulled the same thing on Metroid. They
Mm-hmm.
released the remake of Metroid Prime
Yeah.
1 and then put out Prime 4.
Mm-hmm. Which everyone loved, and
And
there were no issues.
there were no issues. And put out the remake of Prime 1. Prime 1 astonishingly amazing
Yeah.
in comparison to Prime
Yeah.
4.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you put them next to each other.
Yeah.
It makes me nervous about whatever this new Star Fox project after this is, because I'm like, how long has this thing been in development? One, and two, do you have like a handle on what an evolution of this should be? Because if you don't know what that should be at this point,
Yeah.
after the numerous reinventions and looking at Ace Combat over the garden wall over there, then I don't know, like, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I I just don't see the point in playing this that much. Like the cutscenes, like I just watched the cutscenes on YouTube.
Yeah.
To be
I will not be
honest,
purchasing
that
this
seems
thing.
to be the really big deal they're making out of this. They're
Yeah.
going,
Yeah.
we're adding
Yeah. I'm
cutscenes.
really gonna piss off Sakurai with this one, baby. Because I'm not purchasing that game and I'm watching the cutscenes online. Sorry, bro. Sorry, I'm subspace emissarying this one.
And that shit was lit.
Yeah, it was heat. Yeah.
It was heat.
Yeah.
But if this is what's new about it, like, I sure. And like you could argue, the people who retort, oh, they're setting up a stage, because of the cutscenes so that they can move forward in time or something.
Yeah,
Because
whatever.
Fox's dad is like front and center in the prologue and so on and so forth. And I'm like, then you could have just skipped there.
No, but it's like what? This isn't near, bro. They're like, I'm not chomping at the bit, like at the edge of my seat, wanting to know what's gonna happen next in the Star Fox lore. I don't fucking care. I don't care. Who cares? Who's like? If you sit here and tell me, oh yeah, I'm a Star Fox lore freak. At first, I'm not gonna believe you, and then when you finally convince me, I'm gonna wonder what's wrong with you. I'm
But
gonna.
it was lit when in Star Fox Assault, when you're like doing the escape from the Aperoid homeworld, that your fucking dad goes, "You fucking got this shit. Don't be a fucking little pussy. You have this. Get that fucking bug alien and kick its fucking ass and get the fuck out of there. You are not ending up like me."
He said
that shit
heroes
was
don't die
lit.
twice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was cool. It was cool when I saw it.
They're gonna retcon that shit. That shit is gone. That shit is
It
over.
was cool when I saw it in 1998, and it was cool when I saw it in 2010, I believe, or 11, whenever Star Fox 3D came out, and it was cool the time after that. And I guess if they keep it, it'll be cool in this one. Except I'll only know when I watch it on YouTube. Also, they're charging $50 for this. 50 fucking
I thought this was
dollars.
40.
Was
Is
it?
this not 40?
Oh, then it'll probably be 50 physical. Oh, it's 60 physical. It's 50 digital. No, no,
Oh,
I'm
it's
right.
60.
No, it's 50 digital and
Oh, it's
60. Yeah, it's
50?
50 digital and 60 physical.
Oh, no.
$60 for the fifth remake of Star Fox, bro. You heard people in a podcast say that they like this? They like that? You could even
I
say?
heard it. I heard it with my ears.
Yo, Nintendo fans are fucking. I don't even know what to say. And I am like, Nintendo is literally the reason why I'm here. Like, that everything that I am as a person that has led up to this moment in time as we speak is because of Nintendo. And even I am not gonna pour honey on it for Miyamoto like that, bro. That I'm gonna spend $49.99 on the fifth remake of Star Fox. Maybe it's 49.99. Maybe it's $50 because it's like, hey, it's the fifth time. Just add another $10. Fuck it.
I see. I'm seeing like the thing I'm seeing also is like people like, and this is not necessarily shade really, but people like getting defensive of the character designs and going, I like them, and
I
then
don't care.
this is that aspect there of like people drawing what they see as the design better than the design itself, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, sure, but I care about playing the
Yeah.
game. Like I kind of have a theory of like, have many of you played the game? Like, because I don't want to play this game again.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Shockingly.
could do that right now. As soon as Star Fox 2 came out, I played it.
Dog, Star
You
Fox
know, like,
has been completely decompiled. You can play Star Fox 64 on your computer at 120 FPS in ultra wide with 4K textures. You can mod it. You could put the whole campaign from the Star Fox remake that's coming out into the decompilation of Star Fox 64. You could do that. You could do
right
that.
now,
You could do that. You can put
right now.
550 enemies in Katina because it's a decomp, so it's running off of your PC. You can do that. But
You
but we're
can. You
here.
know what I liked about the trailer though? I was they kept saying Ficina. I was like, oh, I haven't heard the word Ficina in a while.
Yeah,
Ficina.
since
Yeah, I
2011.
like that. Yeah.
Anyways,
that's my good part about the trailer that I loved or I
hooray,
liked or whatever, I guess.
hooray, hooray.
We'll see
No, I won't.
what we'll see what they have in store after this. That means this gives that leak way more credence.
Yeah,
I fully
Ocarina
believe
of Time
that the
remake is
other thing
coming.
that was on,
Yeah,
yeah, that thing is
yeah,
coming, and
absolutely.
this seems to be Nintendo's MO now.
Yeah,
No matter what,
yeah,
I
yeah.
guess.
They're doing it.
You think Link is gonna is you think Link shorts are gonna be like too tight or something for whatever reason?
I mean, if God is good, if God is real, Yani, Yani, I immediately swapped to Arabic. Yani, Allah, inshallah, أنا ممكن أشوف Link's dick through the outline of his pants. يا رب لو أنت معانا لو أنت
You were trying to say a prayer for adult Link right now.
yeah, if God is good, then we'll see the Link dick, the Link dick print. Uh, Cock
The
and
Link,
balls,
the Link
full
dick.
frontal. I want him looking, moaning, and panting and sweating like Leon in a Resident Evil game. If God is good,
Crazy.
yeah.
He was doing some panting in Breath of the Wild, right?
Crazy or praise be. I'm gonna kill
Mm.
myself.
I'm thinking about the Triforce. Now I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can't wait for when they add the secret scene where him and Ganon and Zelda just have the crazy threesome that they clearly need. Like if they just banged it out, they'd be good to go.
Yeah, I'm sure all the gods would be happy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Din. Hey, well, I mean, why did Din give Ganondorf the Triforce of Power in the first place? What the fuck was she thinking? Strange. Kind of weird. You know, that's so weird that they actually talk about that in the Twilight Princess manga. They're like, that was pretty fucked up of the gods to do, huh? Wasn't that weird?
Isn't that weird? Anyway.
Yeah, anyway, that's not canon though, because Miyamoto didn't say that it is, so it's not.
Yeah, you gotta wait for the Zelda movie, man.
Dog. I mean, I'm not even. I'm just gonna completely sandbag that because I don't want to think about it. I just realized like we could have gotten a new Chibi Robo. We could have gotten a new. I want to fix a dysfunctional family. I don't want to hang out with Fox and go to Lilac for the 10th time in a row. I can't do this anymore.
Why they could have maybe who knows, maybe they're shaping up Fox to be Mass Effect but with an R wing or whatever, with a plane.
No, because that
Huh?
would be
Maybe they want
cool.
that or
That would
something.
be cool if they actually like did a Star Fox where he like is cool. That would like that wouldn't allow us to remake Star Fox again in 2028. So why would we do that? That's not going to
I
happen.
suppose not.
I
I
always said
suppose
that
not.
F Zero could be like an open world bounty hunting game because isn't he a bounty hunter? That's like his whole thing, Captain
Yeah,
Falcon. Yeah, but
yeah.
they're like, no, we can't think of a gimmick. All right, here
F Zero the closest to Speed Racer you get
exactly.
as well.
Here's a gimmick. Uh, Nintendo, suck my dick from the back. There's your gimmick.
But how do I do that with the Labo?
Like what? How do we include motion controls? How do we include HD rumble in this moment?
Hmm.
I agree. Let's
Hmm.
get out of it.
Koizumi, could you get on that?
No. Okay. That's it. Let's get out of here before I say something
That's
crazy.
it.
Yeah,
That's it.
thank you for listening. What an episode. Brother.
Be free, be
It just
Fox.
got
Yeah.
you wanna give that another take?
Yeah, sure, sure. Why not? Be free, be Fox.
Alright. See you later, everybody.